and welcome everyone to our final round of the Radical Series and the Porsche Series. We've got two races tonight. We've got a 35-minute Radical showdown with our great series sponsor, what's his name, Scotty GCal. He's leading the series with a nice 90-point gap at the moment, and I think tonight he will take the championship unless he has a fault. And then we're in the Porsches up after this, so we've got a quicker race here tonight because there's an update, so we have to squeeze the session in a lot quicker so we can get this done. This was meant to be an hour enduro, but hey, a shorter race means more action. So tonight here I'm joined in the comm box with Connor Nixon, and behind the cameras is beautiful Chef Toddy.
Much love, legends.
Welcome, Toddy. So we're going to have a 15-minute qualifying session here, and then we're into a 35-minute race. Connor, what do you think this race is going to unfold, mate?
I think quite a bit of action, mate. I genuinely think it's just going to be a packed race. I don't think there'll be a bit of moments where we'll sit back and chill out. I think, you know, going from the championship points, you know, from P2 back to P13, there's a championship fight for someone. So Scotty Rankin is chasing down P2, which is a big one, which I'm definitely looking forward to. I think he'll definitely be hunting down P2. So, like, just for instance, but yeah, definitely a big night of racing.
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be heaps of room to race tonight. It's Bathurst. I think we've only got one Radical 10, what is it? The 10, and the rest are R8s out there. So. And I think we got Sinkovic in that 10, so he's back again. I think he's going to win that race tonight. No race, it's the only one 10 out there. But just a big shout out to our sponsors tonight as well. We wouldn't be here in the SRW world. It's our last round of our round 3. Then we're off to round 4, guys. So if you're watching, you want to get amongst the racing, the registrations are open. Head to our website, jump on our Facebook page. Don't forget to give us a like. But of course, our Pagnian Imports Advanced Simulations, DSL Welding, our main sponsor. Toyo Sims, one of our new sponsors coming on board. They sell direct drives and great wheels, and they're going to eventually get some beautiful rigs as well. So definitely check them out, guys. And of course, our promo department and Dragon RC. So if you're looking to get into RC cards and, you know, going onto the dirt tracks, doing some flips, I would love to get it. Scotty's always in here talking about the RC. He wants to get some. So if you're definitely interested in something like that, guys, jump on those. But right now, we've got a few guys just starting qualifying, so we're 4 minutes into qualifying, and we've got no lap times up there as yet, but these boys, you know, it takes a while for these tyres to warm up. As you see here, just a bit of weaving, trying to get the temperature in the tyres. And who do you think is going to get pole?
I'm going to say our main man for the series, you know, the guy that's in P1, you know, every race, Scotty, you know, there's the two Scotties in this, I think other, you know, our main man Scotty, he'll probably just take it out, you know, looking in the practice session, he was blitzed the field by a second, which is just mega. I think just looking at those times, you think, you know, this guy's got some serious pace, and yeah, if he doesn't get it, I'd be shocked. But yeah, I mean, it's Bathurst though, so who knows?
That's right, it's Bathurst, and for him, normally he doesn't like to qualify, so it'll be interesting to see how he attacks this. And it's come to hurt him over the last few rounds. He hasn't qualified, and he's still, you know, pushed through the field and come up the front. But as we see a few times now, just coming onto the leaderboard, you know, it takes a lot of rhythm for this track. As you said, it's Bathurst. We just had a Bathurst 1000 last week. Yep. A lot of our drivers were in there smashing that out. And now this week, you're in a completely different car. It's a little bit faster because of the aero, and it's just got a lot of power. And most of the corners at the top of the hill, if you've got, you know, big cojones, you can really just hold it flat.
Yeah, I mean, Scotty Rankin was telling me these things are basically a motorbike that's, you know, got 4 wheels that has a heap of power in it. That is just epic to see something, the engineering behind these cars, you know. Someone's just said, let's put a motorbike engine in it, put a body on it, put some 4 wheels on it, and let's go racing. And yeah, it's pretty much just those engines smashed together, and yeah, it's good to see you know, these crazy cars on track, especially at Bathurst, and I'm a massive fan of Bathurst. That yeah, definitely sees it when I'm on track. But yeah, should be a good night.
Well, that's right. And, you know, these cars, Mount Panorama, you throw them together, you're going to have some good racing. Any of us Aussies, we love this track. So any of our international viewers, if you're out there, this is the best track in Australia, hands down. Some people might argue, but, you know, if you're arguing, you mustn't be having enough drinks yet. So it's definitely a good track, as we see a nice 157.7 from our, who's that in the championship? Is he? So Mike's up the top. It's not a bad time.
No, it's definitely
by a tenth.
It's yeah, he's proved by 2/10, which is a massive. Just looking at his lap time for practice, he's actually smashed his lap time by 10th from practice, which is mega. Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of looking at times and looking at their practice and quality, and he'd be stoked that he's beaten him by a 10th. I think the track degrees just came down a little bit, more coverage of the clouds. So that could be helping him. So yeah, but yeah, great time by Michael. Not far behind him, old rattle gun as we call him, Scotty Rankin. He's on the
rattle gun Rankin.
Yeah, 158.5. He's sitting in P2, and yeah, not far behind him is Dave. That's only a 10th. So yeah,
right. And we're going to definitely keep an eye on the battle for P2 and the champion. As you said earlier, like, it's on. So Scotty Rattlegun Ray, he needs to be up the front and out of the trouble. Yeah. Like he's had the last few weeks, he's been in a little bit in the mix and got himself unstick, which has made that championship fight a little bit harder. But he's the type of guy that goes out there and says, well, you know what? If it's harder for me to go, he's going to just grab it. Because he likes the challenge. He accepts the challenge. And it'll be exciting to see how he holds that pressure. We know we had a driver yesterday who was sitting P3 in the TCR championship, or had a fight for it, and then he ended up winning it. We won't mention his name because he's bad, but
yeah,
you know, when that pressure comes, so it bites in. I know that driver definitely felt that pressure yesterday, and he ended up in the fence.
Yeah, I think I was commentating that one.
Yeah. Commentators curse.
Yeah, commentators like curse. I've always never believed it, but actually doing it yesterday, seeing the accident when Rankin's just. Yeah, so yeah, doing it with old rattle gun, and yeah, but we're on a lap here with, who are we on with? I've actually
Mr. Rankin. We're on board with Scotty. He's just heading up the top of the mill now, and he's just, you know, coming through this mother section, and he's hitting his apexes quite nicely as he uses all the track whip, and he hits up no lift over the top of the little crest there. He's going to use all the side. Kiss the apex up here and runs under the Fuso sign as he runs up here into the great section. Kiss is there as he's still holding flat, right up against the wall.
That was ballsy.
Coming through Skyline again. Should be a little bit flat, maybe a little left to get it through, but into Skyline, hits his brake marks nice and perfect, smashes the curb and into the dipper. Oh, very nice through the dipper. The car wanted to step out there very close to the wall, and he's coming in down to the Forest Elbow. Your maximum for this track. If you get Forest Elbow wrong, then your whole lap's destroyed. So you really got to get a whole run. You can lose at least 3 or 4 tenths down if you don't, especially with a high-speed car like this and a draft. If he had a car in front of him, it would just as much speed. But he's lighting up the times. He's gone orange in all 3 sectors, except for Sector 1. As we see Michael behind him, he's gone purple. So Michael's still pushing through as he comes through here. Hits the 100 board, brakes nicely, kisses the corner. Oh, and gets a great exit there. He's coming up to Hell Corner. Can he finish it here? What's his lap time going to be? It's going to be hard to improve this lap as he's getting all orange sectors as it comes onto the finish line, crosses it, and does a 158.9, sorry. So he didn't improve. As you see, Michael just improves on his time. Goes purple again.
I'd bet about $100 on old Rattle Gun right now. He would not be live on that. Just being about a second off the pace from the Michael, you know. But yeah, he's pushing. Like you can tell with the car's movement, he's pushing it, and I think he's just going over that edge just too much. And the SRW car's just doesn't want it, doesn't want to borrow it. As meanwhile we can see Andrew Karen in the pits.
He's done
Now
a
the bits.
nice lap as well. He's P4 at the moment, a 1:59.2
Yeah,
for the
that's massive.
performance sim racing car as he's rolling out of pit lane again with 4 minutes to go. So he's probably only going to get one lap in, and I don't think his tyres will be up to temperature for that lap. So, and we'll probably just stick with the live footage then. We see Cowie. Oh, he's got a car in the fence.
Oh.
That's definitely not a parking spot. You can't park there. Timothy in the wall, so I think that might be his qualifying done as well, because it takes a long time to get temperature as we see this electronic mobile driving on the track.
The 10 car.
Yeah, the SR10. It's a very quiet, turbo destroying straight line speed thing down the straight. Like, it's crap in the corners, but you give it a straight and it's amazing. We might want to turn the engine. Oh wait, that's right. Has he got much of an engine? But as he comes in, he hits the corner nicely. So it depends again. This setup might be good for Bathurst, but it is Spinovich behind the wheel. So let's see how he can go. It is, yeah. As we hear and what he's saying in the background, it's just a very quiet car,
and
like that's not us with the sound problem. It's just literally a very quiet car.
Yeah, it's like a little bee going along. It's just buzzing along. But
That's right. It's especially when it passes you. It's a bee that goes.
Yeah, 100%. Scotty Rankin just went a 10th quicker on his lap time.
So that's from Scotty. Oh, Spinovich in the fence, but he didn't spin. He just smashed the wall. But he said, "You know what? I'm soldiering on. I'm going."
Yeah, he's just moving. But yeah, a lot of damage on that car right now. But it just looks like he's just going to keep pushing on.
Yeah, he probably knows he's running out of time to get a lap in.
Yeah.
We see switch to he's got a bit of damage on his rear there. I think Leon it's going to be hurting his top end. Maybe he hasn't known that, but he's probably thinking as well. My tyres are nice and warm. I want to keep them warm and not worried about the top end of the straight line. So he comes across the line. He's done a 2:01 so far, 2. And I think Leakey's just in front of him with a 2:05. So he's done a nice lap as well, Leakey. And Cowie's back in pit lane, so I think he's surrounded for the qualifying session at the moment.
I think Michael's on another good lap.
Yeah, I can see a nice purple sector there as he comes down the hill.
He's still on. Like, it's amazing this dude's still pushing the car, which he's still P1. Meanwhile, we've got Scotty Rankin being nice and just letting him go. So he might want a bit of actually slipstream. So we can see Scotty Rankin pulls behind Michael, but Michael's still pushing, even that he's P1, which amazes me, but he's probably thinking, right, I'm going to pull another 10th out of this if I can. Pull a little bit more on Scotty Rankin.
He's going to have one more crack at this. Now he's crossed the line. He won't get across again. There's only a minute to go on qualifying. They will be able to finish their lap. So whoever starts their lap now within the last 50 seconds will be able to finish it, because it's not one of those quick sprints. It's a 35-minute sprint. So
he just beat his lap time by 3/10, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's done a 1:57.475 in that last lap, so a very nice nice lap, and see if he can improve it again on his last run now.
Let's go on board with Michael again. We can go on board with Scotty Rankin. See his lap time, see if he can improve. He's going to have to find about a second, which he will be pushing that car to his limits.
Yeah, and there goes Mike, pulls out of the lap, so Scotty's the probably the only car here that could pose a threat. He's gone orange in the first 2 sectors.
He needs that purple. He needs like a Scott McLaughlin kind of lap, you know?
Yeah, I think he's down as well. His sector times are showing a down, so he might just abort this lap and maybe practice the pit entries. We see the checker flag, and I think 80% of the cars are in the pit lane. There's a few times, Leon Williams has gone green again.
Beautiful car by the SRW guys, with all their sponsors on the car.
Dave Unger's gone purple in Sector 3 and green in Sector 4. So Dave Unger might be another car that could be trying to move up a spot on Scotty. That gap is only a 10th.
Yeah, he'd be pushing. So he's got a bit of draft as well, so that could give him another 10th or 2 on the main straight. 300 kilometres an hour, as the Mark Scaife would say, but these things are a bit slower. I think they only do about 250.
Yeah, but the aero gives him that bonus up the top as he gets green
100%.
again. I think he's going to definitely ping him here if he's got a purple and 3 green sectors. We're going to see him come to hell corner. And as he crosses the line, it's going to be very tight time, I think.
Scotty Rankin improved by 2/10. Let's have a look at Dave.
He crosses the line.
He
Does
didn't
a
beat.
158.3, so he improved.
He improved, but not enough. Yeah. Oh, he'd be gutting. Yeah,
So that lap, but Scotty did definitely saved him there. If he didn't do that lap, he would have been 3rd.
Yes, I know Scotty a bit too well. He'll if he's down just a little bit, he'll keep pushing through that whole lap and just see if he can pull out a bit more. Scotty's one of these guys where, you know, he can just pull some time out from nowhere, and he's just doing some practice starts.
Yeah, well, that's been one of Scotty's weak points, actually, the start of the race. He bogs down the car and gets a lot of wheel spin.
I tell you what, it is a hard car to launch. It's not like a F4 or something like that. I'd almost describe it as a supercar, wouldn't you, Tyson?
Well, with the way it starts, because you got so much power in the low gears, it just wants to wheel spin. So gear 1 is Scotty Callahan always says gear 1 he hates. He doesn't want to go anywhere in gear 1 because it sucks. It just gives you wheel spin. So he will definitely like. And yes, that's right. Scotty Callahan did not qualify, so he's going for his good old tactic start from the back. So it's definitely a car we're going to have to keep an eye on.
See, I'm quite fascinated by that Scott note qualifying. From championship points right now, if Scott Rattlegun, his nickname, if he gets this, like gets his P2, P1, they might be a bit close here. So I can't say who, if the points are too close to call, or if we'll see what happens. But yeah, if old Scott Rankin gets this, yeah, he might be in a bit of a shot.
Well, that's a great camera shot of the beautiful Mount Panorama here. And we're about to go green. We got 2 minutes to grid up. And a very nice grid order. So, Connor, I'll leave it to you, mate.
Oh, too much pressure, mate. so here we go. So we got Michael P1, Scott Rankin P2. I'm pretty sure that's Dave. Yes, Dave in P3. Andrew Cowan, probably one of his best results so far. He would be epic about that. Timothy P5, Nick P6. We got Wayne in P7, Greg in P8, Leon in P9, and Daniel in P10, Craig in P11, Stephen in P12. And yeah, I'd say that's awesome by Andrew Cowan, would you?
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, Tyler, Jamie Dyke, Scott, Stefan, myself, and anyone further back is people that have registered, which is me as well. So I've made a bit of a dummy of myself, but yeah. Anyway, so we're about to grid up. I think all the boys are about to grid up, and the ladies as well.
So it's, well, our 2 race controllers here tonight, Stefan and Jamie Dyke, and a big shout out to the race control guys all season long, all the dramas, all the highs, all the lows of being a race controller. It's a lot of fun, but sometimes the pressure hits, and those boys handle it quite well, so well done to them. Hopefully we don't see the safety car tonight, but Connor, what's your bet on the safety cars? Me and Scotty normally have a bet on. I reckon 1 tonight.
I'd say none.
None?
None. Oh, okay. I'm going to say, none. Actually, 1 for, I reckon 1 or 2, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Bathurst. It can bite, especially in these cold tyres early. 2-1. I reckon we're going to see some contact, but I won't hold it, as we're going to have the lights pop up on the screen, and we're going to see how Michael can get this off the line, and Scotty as well. Lights are up, green. And we're green. Well, everyone got a good start.
Yeah, awesome start from Michael. He's going to go down to turn 1, up the inside. We've got Scotty Rankin on the outside. He actually dropped a position. So up Mountain Straight, one of the best actually straights in the world, in my opinion. It's got a bit of camber to it. It's got a huge rise over the crest. Scotty Rankin's right on the back of Dave. Now they're all sitting on the right-hand side, so Rankin can't put it up the inside. Dave's moved to the left. Rankin might put it up the inside. Cowie's just sitting in the background. He'll be waiting for an opportunity for one of them to make a mistake. We've got Michael leading still. all single file up here. There's only one racing line, as we all know. Cowan. Then we're Timothy. So Timothy and his teammate, I'm pretty sure. They look very similar. Yep, Nick, they're actually brothers. So yeah, really good to see a bit of a brother combo. Then we got Wade Edwards in P7. Then falling back a bit further, we got Stefan, who's actually in the SR10, which is awesome to see. A bit more power on the straights, so he'll have a massive advantage going up the straights. In the corners, though, the SR8's a bit more powerful. Daniel Fritz. Now we should just go back to Rankin, and Scotty's already up 2 positions.
And there's Dean. He's got a little bit of damage, Dean Zinkovic. He's got a little bit to the left rear, the left front, so he's either hit the wall a little bit.
You know,
running with the car.
Bit of damage though. It sucks a bit. So we've got Scotty Rankin still in P3. So Dave's got that on Scotty. So they're just spanning out a bit. So you might get in the slipstream through here. This is one of the best passing opportunities. Is down the chase. You always want to put the nose up a little bit, then you can put it up the inside. Now that was our first lap, which no safety car, which is awesome to see.
Yeah, these guys straight away got in single file, no dramas. Everyone was pretty even off the start. It was a relatively clean start. Cowie got a good start and he's holding his position here in P4. And again, like, he's just got to push. We've seen Cowie have a lot of spins lately, so he did the 1000 last week. Didn't have the results he wanted. He had a blown motor, so hopefully he doesn't blow his motor here and he finishes nice and strong for the performance in racing car.
Yeah, these things rev pretty hard. I compared to the old Supercar with 6,000 RPM. 7 is probably actually, but yeah. But they're all single file, which I'm really shocked. I thought everyone would put their elbows out and really go for it, but I think everyone's kind of protecting the car and the engines. Meanwhile, with the brothers, they're having a bit of a battle.
This man here in the Wash Me Purple car, the Scotty G, once he comes through, and he's our series sponsor. And if we wouldn't have the Radicals this season without this man right here, and he loves putting on a show, he loves being on the podium, and he doesn't love washing his car, because as we can see, he putting the pressure on Sinkovic, goes down the inside beautifully at the grate. What's the job done?
That's a move and a half. What a beautiful shot by Toddy here. Awesome shots by Toddy. Knows his work. All the way down the mountain. Through the dip.
He's already up to P9 now, and that's he's on the charge. So again, he loves the challenge of starting at the back and pushing through.
Already
so as he gets on the back, he needs to really try and get those boys to the front. He went really deep there, and he pulled it up.
That was a shocker, because when you go down the hill, the brakes don't want to work. Like, they're kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to work for you now. Oh, they've worked all the way up, but they're not going to, no. But yeah, they're luckily they worked that time, but yeah, very good driving by old Scotty there.
It's good to see that battle. The top 3 are really nice and close, and then the guys 4, 5, and 6 are really nice and close. And then we go right here, as it says, warning on the back of his wing, brake early, I think it is. So
very good warning. I like that.
Because he does brake early, but he's consistent. He does what he does, and I think we've seen him on the podium twice this season. So you see Scotty now just really want to put the pressure on and get up. So we don't want to see a mistake from him. He's our championship leader, trying to wrap it up tonight as he gets a great exit there, and he's going to have this job done down to turn 2.
On Wayne Evans. I think Wayne's actually kind of backed out of it and went, "Here you go, bud, I'll follow you." That's always a great tactic, to be honest. Have a bit of fuel, save your car, and just follow old Scotty up the hill.
That's right, especially with a guy named Scotty. He's coming through the field pretty fast, and these boys, as I said, would know what he does. He does it every single race, comes from the back, and if he was coming behind me, I think I'd just let him go, as you said. Save a bit of fuel, save your car, don't waste some time. Try and follow him, but as you've seen, he's already created a gap. And once he catches the guys in front, we know those boys won't let him go down, without a fight.
Yeah, I don't think I reckon the 2 guys that won't let him pass is either Timothy or Scott Rankin. I think they're, Timothy's probably on for, these boys are like the brothers. They're probably, putting Cowie under pressure, and they probably don't want Scott to get behind them. So they're probably like, "Come on, Cowie, let's get a wiggle on, we want to go."
If they work together and use the draft as powerful, and you see it really in oval cars, you let the cars go through, use the draft. We've got 2 big straights and the high speed cars, and you can see how powerful this draft is. The hashtag talk to me bro wing, Is he going to go down the inside or is he going to sit behind Cowie? He hasn't a look. He's having a peek.
Yeah, this is
He's
the
down
move I was talking about. Oh!
Cowie's squeezing him. And he gets it on the brakes. Is Cowie going to hold the position he does? That's great racing there from these guys.
Oh, awesome move by Cowie, but he's on the actual right-hand side. This is actually a good move for Timothy. He can get the battle run out of the corner, so he'll break. Oh, Cowie's braking really late. The brothers are right behind each other. So he's so the brother's right there too, so they can kind of fall back on his brother, so they'll brake nice and late.
Cowie's really strong on the brakes, but it looks like he's getting the car really well positioned.
Very close to each other. These boys.
Oh, he's going to be under attack here. Cowie's going to give the draft to the brother. This is going to be entertaining. And look who's coming behind.
The brothers are helping
right
each other.
behind. He's going to be right there. So if these boys make a mistake, as we see the pink car in the background, but Cowie again defending beautifully up the hill.
Yeah, so Scott's actually getting Nick while we're talking about it.
Oh, Cowie's in the fence.
Cowie's gone. Cowie's gone.
In the fence.
That's not what Cowie wanted. He was P4. He's going to have to move pretty quickly. Yeah, nice and safely by Cowie. Well done to him.
Yeah, that car's definitely going to need to go through pit lane. We might try and grab a replay. We just missed that one. I think he, I don't know if there's contact or these brakes. I'm not sure.
I think he just used too much right foot, or as the Kiwis call it, too much gentle. Oh,
yep, he's gone too wide actually, and he's hit that bump on the right side and smashed straight into the fence.
And all the rubble on the outside, that never helps. But I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it is the worst feeling when you put the car into the wall there. It's just heartbreaking, especially with the whole team behind you. You kind of go, oh, yeah, my bad. But yeah, as Cowie's bringing the car back around, hopefully we'll get a live here soon.
Well, that's it. Like, he's going to be sending me the bill because you know I'm the team owner of this team. So every time Cowie blows the motor or Dodsey, you know I've got to pay for it. So he smashed up another car.
There's probably a few engines you've went through with Dodsey.
That's right, and he's currently having some engine problems as a computer problem. So he won't be racing anytime soon. So it's a bit unfortunate for him. As we see Spinovich, right in front of Cowie.
SRW2 livery, which absolutely looks amazing with that red.
I love the rims. The rims look sick.
Yeah, Scotty Rankin probably needs to get onto the red livery. But yeah, going back to the top three. And yeah, here we go, back to P3. So I wonder what Scotty's thinking, because Scotty is a very smart racer. He's probably one of the smartest I know. He's that guy that does NASCAR, sits at the back, saves tyres, last bit of the stint, overtakes everyone and wins the race. He's just that type of dude. And yeah, I wonder if he's just saving fuel, just sitting there and saving a bit of fuel. Hopefully we can hear him off. Shifting early as we can hear it.
Yeah, so he's sitting behind, using those boys in front. You know, he's not trying to, you know, overtake, save a bit of fuel. As we see Mark in front, done a 57.801. Scotty's just done an 8 flat. And, you know, he's only 2/10 off, but, you know, sitting in the draft, as long as you stay in that draft, as you said, we can just save that fuel and, you know, just try not to make a mistake and just push on. He's in a good fight here. Dave Unger is in front, and I think he's in the fight with Dave Unger for the championship, so he really needs to either jump in front and close the gap or just push on. And make sure this pink car's not behind him.
You know what? You know, Scotty Rankin could be kind of thinking like, "Oh, Scott's coming up behind me. I should." You know, is he thinking I'm going to get a bit of a wiggle on, or is he going to go? No, I'm going to save that extra bit of fuel when we do the pit stops to kind of go. I've saved about 3 litres of fuel. When I did the pit stop, the guys I'll jump them all. I'm out on track and I'll just gun it. And yeah, that's what I'd be doing right now. But
car one.
Yeah.
As we hear on the radio the light up. I'm not sure what happened there with Scotty Callahan. We might have to see what happened there. He was lighting up on the radio. What is pulling the replay up now, guys? A DSL action replay.
Oh, as I said too, Timothy didn't want to let him go. No, it was Nick. Oh.
That was good racing as far as I'm concerned. They were side by side.
Yeah, I think Scotty Callahan just didn't turn in. Like, didn't brake enough, maybe. I don't know. Like Tyson said, I think I don't see much wrong with that. So,
yep, and race control has confirmed that over the radio. There was a little bit of net code involved, which made the contact, but
here we go, back to Scotty Rankin. Like I said, just
Scotty's really on the back now. He's closed that gap right up.
Like I said, Tyson, like he's just a smart driver. He's one of these guys where he's the dude that goes, I know something that you don't. Like he's just that dude. And see, as we see though, he's pushing the car and he's doing it well, like millimeters off the wall. That's what you want, and he's probably just want to stick with Michael, which is always what you want to.
And he did the 1000 as well last week with Greg Leake, with Nathan as well. So he's not unfamiliar with the circuit. It's good to do 1000 and then come out and do as we got a slow car ahead, and it's nice of that car to move out the way. Unsure who that was. It was Craig, I'm hearing on the radio, and we see Scotty Cal make that move now up to P5.
So did you do the 1000, Tyson?
No, I had other things on that day. I didn't want to commit to something. I want to go in there with maximum effort, get in there with all the practice I can, but I couldn't commit, so I thought it was best just to wait. I'm going to be doing another one at the end of the year, so full concentration.
Yeah, nice. I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. No, that should be a good one. So back with Scotty. So he's got by one of the brothers, Nick. So he's got by Nick. From the sound of the radio, he'd be pretty happy with himself. But just a bit of net code, bit of racing, door-to-door racing. It's never bad, is it?
That's right, and he hasn't really got that much damage to the car. As we see a car, is that another test 10? And then Cowie's strolling. Well, it took Cowie a long time to come down a pit lane to get his car fixed. So we're getting an action replay of the car 6-9 who had a bit of an incident here.
So Craig's had a bit of a crash, I think.
Oh, under brake. Just locked it straight into the wall.
Coming down the hill. Wow.
Is that another SR10, I see?
No, that was an 8.
Oh, it's an 8.
Yeah, I think it's a one SR10 tonight. So that'll be the SR. A lot of S's tonight, but that's the SR10. Oh my god. But a lot of S's tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So bear with.
So as we can see here, the gaps out in front. We just got that all fixed. Little technical glitch with the gaps, but we got that up and running now for you fellas. So the gap up in front is, open to about a second, but Scotty, as we said, putting all that pressure on the back of Dave Unger. And so that gap is now 3/10, and the car's behind, it's 11 seconds. So it's starting to open up a little bit as Rankin does a PB with a 7, where they do a 57.8 there.
Well,
he's done a good job.
That'd be better than
faster than Scotty Callahan as well behind. So,
and he would so that's beating his quali lap, which is he'd be pretty happy about that.
He's 8 laps into this race. Those tyres will be nice and crisp. You don't really get much tyre wear with this car. Like last season, I drove this car and was surprised how much grip you had in the rear, and you just had to be nice and gentle with the front end of the car. If you weren't, you put it in a fence. And coming to a track like this and being gentle, it's very hard to do.
So we just lose a shot of Rankin. Yeah, there we go. So like you're saying, I've driven these things quite a bit. I've kind of found the opposite. If you push them, the tyres keep warm, but if you get them kind of cold, they drop off, which is very interesting about these cars, as we see the wheels actually going through the wheel arch, which iRacing, one of iRacing's tweaks. But it just looks like the boys are kind of just having a good old battle out there, while Michael kind of drives away a little bit.
Yeah, as soon as Scotty started putting the pressure on, I feel like these boys kind of stepped off the gap a bit, but it's still maintained at a second. It's not opening up to a big margin, but You know, one of Scotty's strong points as well, as we see him come through there into the in his brakes, he's really strong under brakes. So hopefully he can put that pressure back on. He's in a podium spot. Everyone's happy with the podium, but as we see a wiggle, this could be Scotty's chance to make it. He's made a very big mistake there, Dave Ungo. He's going to have to run the defensive line. Scotty's going to have the crisscross, I think, and he's going to have the crisscross. And Dave again, squarely on the exit. Scott's got the inside line. He's going to have the run up there. He's going to have to brake late, and I think he's already gone past. It's still close. As we see the pink car in the background as we crest the hill. Scotty's going down on the brakes. He's got the job done. Great move. Took advantage of the mistake there by David.
So with Scotty, like I was saying, he's just sat there, he warmed up his tyres, now he's just going to start pushing. Because he's noticed the other Scott behind him has made up a mega drive, so he's probably thinking, this is my chance. He's had a wiggle, I'm going for it. So, well done to Scotty.
Yeah, he's got a nice 15-second gap now as well to Scott Callahan. And I don't think Scotty will be too impressed with that gap. He's got to really try and close it, especially with a shorter race. We're already 17 minutes into this race, so not long to go. We're already past the halfway mark. And it's going to be pressure as he's already on the hunt now. He's right behind Timothy, and let's see how long it takes for him to get the pass.
You know what, Tyson? I don't think it will take long for Scotty to get around. He's probably thinking, I've lost a bit of time, and then to get back up there with the boys.
Yeah, I think as soon as he breaks the toe, though, he's going to be in a lot of strife, as we see him a bit loose off the exit there because of the deepness in the brake for Timothy. So he's got to really sit behind the draft. But as I was saying, if you break, those boys out in front have created that gap by themselves by just drafting together, not battling too hard, and now it's going to be on.
I think we're on for a no safety party here tonight, Tyson.
Yeah, you did it last night. Let's hope we don't have a commentator's curse.
I know. But yeah, it looks like about 15 seconds. But as we got Michael, that's just done a 57.7, which is an awesome lap by him. He's only a couple of tenths off his actual fastest lap time in qualifying, so that's a brilliant lap by Michael. As Scotty comes back around, he's going to try and make him have a mistake. That's what you kind of do as a driver. You kind of want the other driver to have a little bit of a mistake. That's a wiggle or just a bit of wheel spin, stuff like that, just to get by and, catch up to the other guys, like I was saying.
Yeah, that's it, guys. And a big shout out to all the viewers in the SRW broadcast here tonight. We are in halfway through the race 1 of 2 tonight. We've got another race jam-packed for a finale, the Porsches. I think that championship fight again is nice and tight, so don't forget to stand by while we switch through that after this awesome battle here as we got on screen. So definitely looking forward to that one, guys. So your beautiful chopper shop here of Scotty again. He hasn't made it past as quickly as he probably would have liked, but hey, I like that as well. If he's sitting in front, keeping him behind, as we see Mick cut. Our race leader in the fence. Our race leader, he's in the fence. He's got damage to the car. And that means Scotty Rattlegun Rankins into P1. Oh no, we're going to have to pull the replay of that. He's still rolling though. I don't see too much damage to the car. So he must have had a spin out of the dipper. So as you pull the replay up now, he's gone through in, smashed it through the S's, and he's gone through here. And that's the replay of Scotty. We're trying to get the one of Michael up. Yeah, it's through the dipper, so he's gone a bit there. And then he's in the wrong gear. Yeah, he's in the wrong gear. And then he's fired up the engine again. Because listen to it, he can't go. It's like the clutch is stuck.
I think the clutch is in. Yeah, I think he put in the clutch when he went down, so the clutch might have blown actually.
So he's still rolling now, so we might go on board with that one if you can, please, Toddy. Because he sounds like he's something weird. I've never heard that one. I've actually seen, I think it was that Canadian Tire. We had a similar issue with a car. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, you couldn't find it.
Yeah, listen to it. Yeah, he's in neutral. He's stuck in neutral. And now he's in first. He's gone, oh, here we go. I'm in first. Now he rolls off. But he's lost a chunk of time.
That's really weird. the car just to go into neutral, like. But I think he might have clutched in. Maybe the clutch has had an issue, or the gearbox.
Some sort of technical issue,
yeah. Yeah. Because these things are not H-bands, so they're a full sequential dog box. Some of the guys will be using other paddle shifts, which is what we see on a modern GT3. Or they might be using a sequential
lead now, though, as well.
Yeah, that's a massive gap.
8.6 seconds.
Massive gap. Well done to Scotty Rankin, though.
Oh, someone's in the front.
Around the wall. I'll have to have a look who's that.
I'm not sure who that was. As I'm hearing in my ear, it was Wayne Edwards. And we had race control mentioning something as well, and they gave an all clear. You see here. Oh, he's smashed into the inside fence. Oh, Jesus! This car's over. That was the teammate. That was the
brothers. Yeah, that was the brothers.
Yeah, we might have to try and we'll try and piece together what's happened here for the viewers. And of course us here, we're not sure.
We're puzzled. I think the brothers had an incident.
So this is a battle with Scotty and Timothy. So they're side by side.
Scotty's came back on him.
Yeah, we might just try and grab another angle there, and then he's smacked his brother. And then a car's come around and went bang and flipped him.
I think Scotty's had a bit of contact.
Oh, look at that! That was a bad shot. But no, he's lost on his own.
Yeah, he's had a wiggle. Oh no!
Oh, that's a bad rejoin.
That's a
bad rejoin from the 88 car.
Oh, he'd be spewing. Oh.
And then he gets that as well.
I wonder what the penalty might be there. DeBono in the chat said full send. That's definitely what it is tonight.
Yeah, that was definitely a rudder gun moment there. So.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised there's no safety car. So.
Yeah, that was a big incident there, and we're 23 minutes into this race, so we're getting closer to that 5-minute mark. But you're right, I'm surprised there wasn't a safety car for that.
You know what though? It's spiced it up even more because Michael's 8 seconds back, and Scott is actually 15 seconds back from Scotty Rankin. So I'm not going to say it, but Rankin might have this if he just keeps the gap how he is. No penalties or no damage.
And we've got to think about, I'm not sure if these cars have to pit tonight as well, viewers. So we've seen a few cars have already taken to pit lane. Obviously a few of those cars would have had damage, but I'm not sure if they do have to pit or not. So of course once we see the top 5, maybe top 6 start going pit lane, we'll keep you updated on that.
I don't know, it's maybe 12 minutes to go? Or maybe. They could just be drying the tank out, but massive damage from Wade Edwards. Daniel's going to be pretty keen to get by him, just because there might be a
safety car's out, guys. Safety car's out.
Safety car.
So the safety car's been deployed, guys. So here's the one safety car we're thinking that is going to bring the race straight into Scott Cowell's hand. And that's exactly what he wants. So we see the safety car driven by Jamie Dyke, just sitting at the exit of pit lane. Car 8 was involved in this incident, so we're not sure what happened to car 8. We might try and get a replay of car 8 because he's the one who had to tow to pit lane. So I think see the safety car here, just sitting here, trying to figure out what he's doing, and we're waiting for the leader. Can we get? Where's the leader on track? Yes, Nick Smellenberg. Yep, so he had to tow back to pit lane. So he might have just pulled over or the engine might have cocked it. Yeah, there it is there. The engine went boom in front of Cowie. So he's popped the motor and he's had to pull over to the side. And that's his race done. Championship-wise, I don't think any of these guys have drop rounds either. So championship-wise, I'll grab those points and give you a quick update. Oh, I just hear the motor go pop. So here we go. I'm just going to pull it up now. So the season standings, I'll read them out. So that was Nicholas. So Nicholas is sitting currently in the championship of the 11. So he was kind of in as we said at the start, P3 all the way down to about P12, P11, sorry, is very tight. Anything can happen. So as we see, Nick is really literally car 11 or P11 in the championship. So it's kind of wiped him out. He will really get jumped by a few cars behind him. But if that happened to Timothy, he's in 6th, you know, 4 or 5 cars jump him, because that's how tight the points are in this championship. It's been an awesome season.
I'll tell you what, I think Jamie Dyke's too quick to be in that safety car.
Well, you don't see Jamie Dyke leading a field much, so once the leaders get behind him, you know, it's going to be the first time in a long while he's led a field. So. That's right, Mr. Fishy.
Oof.
If there's any fishies in the on the pond, aka the stream, g'day to you and g'day to Jet. How you doing, mate? In the comments, bro. Good to see you. And yes, it is Connor Nixon in the comment box tonight, mate. So he's come to the dark side of the box.
Yeah, the dark side, mate. Oh, what do you call it? You and Jamie Dyke might need to do a bit of a 1v1 in the supercar. See what happens.
Yeah, I think I'd beat him. Yeah, actually, we just jump in the safety car and do a race, eh?
Yeah.
Hot lap dash. You know, I just fence him and boom, have to call the safety car, win the race.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. That's it.
So as we see here, that beautiful gap that Scotty Rankin had is just disappeared. He's done such a great job. As we see 2 cars here side by side for some strange reason. Who are those 2 cars? It's Dave Ungar.
Michael. Yeah.
Okay, so they're just chilling side by side. As you see Scotty, yeah, he's done a great job. He did what you said. He's just going to sit behind, relax.
Yeah. That's an old Scotty move in his dictionary. You know, he's a smart driver. Like I've driven with him quite a bit. When it comes to fuel saving, I am better than him. Confirmed. But definitely Scotty's one of those smarter drivers that will just save a bit of tyre and the boys behind him would be sitting right behind him, because apparently he is the guy that goes first all the time, straight away, and just goes. So
this has helped Cowie as well. Look where Cowie is on the sheets. He's back up to 6th after his early incident as well.
You'd be a very happy boss, man.
I am. He's blowing the engine. He's, you know, we had a spare car in the back, same paint, everything, because we knew Cowie would fence it, so we had one ready.
Yeah.
And he's jumped back out there, and he's in P6. He's just trying to catch the safety car. He's about 50-odd seconds behind, but he's just cruising. So he'll catch the safety car here, as you see a nice train of cars. But Shibby, we know you're under the weather, mate. I can see you in the comments. Hey, Jeds, I hope you're feeling better, bro, and get you back in the box, even though we got a week. The last week to go, so of all weeks to get sick, you had to get sick on the finale. But kudos to you, bro. Hope you feel better soon. Oops, over here, safety car will be in this lap as well. They've pulling the safety car in really late. This is strange. So the field hasn't even bunched and they're pulling the safety car in. But, hey, I want to see you racing. I'm here to commentate. I'm not here to commentate about a safety car going around. So, as we see here, the hands of Scotty Rankin, he's going to have to be all
going early, or you reckon late?
He'll go on the Apex, I think.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a nice
Apex.
Yeah.
Nope, he's holding it. He's holding it. A lot of the other guys anticipated him to go, but now he goes on the line. He waited till the very last second to go green, and the track is green and he's off. So it's going to be up to see how Scotty G, Carl, he can push through. I think he can, and it's up to the guys up the front, you know, because Matt is back in the fight now of, you know, how they control this field. Are they going to battle and try and go for the win, or are they going to work together and try and get away from that pink wash me car in the background?
So Dave would be wanting to push because he's P2 and Scotty Rankin's P3 in the championship. So I don't think Dave's going to absolutely let him off the hook this early. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, we've got Michael sitting behind Scotty Rankin right now. But yeah, I think Dave would be very keen just to get in front of Scott G, then get in front of Rankin, and he'd be happy. But I think how it's sitting right now, Rankin is going to be a very happy man right now.
Yep, that's right. As we see a car just scraping the wall there in the exit. And we see Sinkovic again with a lot of damage to that SRW vehicle. But he's still hitting his apexes quite nicely. But he's just smashed the wall on the left, smashed the wall on the right, and he said, you know what, I'm alright.
Yeah, just keep going, soldier on.
As we see the cars in front, Cowie's really on the rear wing of the car in front of him, which is David, I think, in front. Daniel Fritz, sorry, not David. So Daniel Fritz is under all sorts of pressure from Cowie. Cowie pulls out of the slipstream nice and early. And he's going to go down the outside for the next corner. Gets on the grass, uses all the road, gets the job done around the outside. Good job.
Well done, Cowie. Well done, Cowie, for that move. He'd be loving life right now, sitting in P5. A really good result for Andrew Cowan and the boss man, Tyson. So it'd be a good result for Cowie.
Yeah. He's got a few more positions to go. I believe in him. He can push on and get the podium because like just before we saw it, Scotty Radigan Rankin is in P2. So as we're looking at Cowie, the lead change, as we see him running up again, getting the switcheroo, the crisscross, the move would have been done in the P1, turn 1, and he's gone the switcheroo again like we saw earlier, and he's running a defensive line in turn 2.
Scotty Rankin's got the inside. Yeah.
Oh, he's opening the gap nicely there. So Dave is going to have a massive run here. But going up here, it is no room. And Scotty's gone, I'm going to have a piece of this. He left the door open and he's got down the inside. The Scotty G's on the move. He's coming for that race win. He's on the podium.
Yeah, Scott would definitely want this podium just because, why not?
Well, but Dave said, nope, I'm not having a list. Look, he's right on the tail feather and he's going to really put the pressure on. As you said earlier, he's in the battle with Scotty Rankin for that second position. And, the more cars between Scotty and him is more points he's losing. So he's really got to put the pressure on these guys and get past.
Yeah, I think Rankin would just be happy to get a P2 if Scott gets in front of him. Just to have that little bit of edge on Dave would definitely benefit Scotty Rankin for the championship.
Yeah, and the more cars, as I said, Scotty has in between. As we see Scotty Rankin now defending, that draft is so strong. Is he going to hold it? As we see a beautiful camera shot. He's in the inside defending, but around the outside Cowie move as we saw before. Is he going to get the job done? Oh, there was nearly contact there. Scotty Rankin hits the curb and he loses a spot and he's down to third.
Oh, Scott's got him too.
Yeah, he smashed that curb and he lost all the speed and momentum there. We'll definitely go as we see the white flag. Oh no, the white flag. So Scott Rankin's dropped down to third. He was in the lead a lap ago. We're on the white flag, guys. This is going to be intense the last couple of minutes. So we're going to have to try and grab a replay of that pass before we get to the battle title. As we see someone slowing on the right. So you see here the mistake. Yeah, he's made a little bit of a crisscross. So he's actually given him a lot of room so there was no contact. So Scotty Rankin did the right thing there. It might have cost him a position, but hey, it didn't cost him championship points, and I guess that's what the most important thing is. We switch back to the lead as well. I don't think there's going to be enough points for Scotty to jump David as well, so as that gap is now closed and tightened up.
So Scotty's going to be chasing down Michael now, so this will be a very good battle to the end. He's only got about 3Ks left because it's 6.2K track.
Rankin is right on the tail.
Yeah,
and
he's
the only
right
one
there.
who's going to be strong here is Scott Rankin with the draft, and I think Scotty is going to send it. He's going to need to send it. He wants that P2, and he's going to have to put all the pressure on down the end here at the chase. He had to turn in twice and open up the steering wheel, but it's going to be a double draft. Let's see how this gap closes. We are on the white flag. This is going to be it. It's going to be 2 corners to go. Who's going to make the pass? Is Scotty going to send it, or is Scotty G going to stand there in P2? Because I think the race win is definitely going to be sorted unless there's a mistake out in front. But it's Scotty Rankin. It's a bit too far back at the chase.
1 corner to go.
1 corner to go. Is it going to be hell corner? I think he's going to have a look. He's pretty
Gonna
good
have
under
a crack.
brakes. No, he sits
Nah.
behind and waves the white flag and gets a nice podium. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Radicals wrapped up for our Season 3. What a race. The safety car come out just to spice it up. Cowie comes home. Timothy got there. Timothy in P5. Cowie in P6.
What a great...
Dean got a good finish there. Got up to the 7th. Daniel Fritz in 8th. Wayne Edwards in a solid P9 there. And Greg Leake come home in the top 10 finish in the beautiful choker car there. And then Spinovich having a good spin every time we go to him. He's off the track at Hell Corner. He's going to win the race for his little league for the SR10. What a solid race for him. He won a race. Good stuff.
What a great race. Right to the end, as we see one of the SR10s in the wall. But
good on you, Spinovich.
What a great race. For the last round, Tyson, I don't think you could have asked any more, would you?
Yeah, that's right. You always want an action-packed race, and you know what these boys are going to be doing. We know exactly where they're going.
100%.
Yep, they're going to line up for a big jump, aren't they? So we will just keep an eye on this, and then we'll start getting these guys in.
It's a bit of a tradition, isn't it? Like, add that extra bit of lap of fuel, not for donuts or burnouts. No, it's for
the jump.
Yeah,
and these guys as well. But just to point out, our beautiful pink car, he might have finished P2, but guess what? He finished P1 in the championship overall. He had a great season. Captain consistency, always on the podium nearly every week. So a big congratulations to Scott Callahan, our also series sponsor for the Radicals. He's done a mega job. And without him, again, we wouldn't be here on all our sponsors. So a huge shout out to them. Thank you very much.
All lining up. Too wide, by the way. Very, feel like Rankin's organised that because, yeah, too wide. As we see Michael do some burnouts. Well done to him.
Yeah, he's done a great job for that win, of course. He had that little engine drama where his gearbox was playing up on him. But he's going, nope. And he's come back and he's done a great drive.
As we just see, seeing what these boys are doing, they're... Oh, one's moving. No.
So we're hearing Scott Rankin might have got P3 by 1 point. That's how tight the championship fight for P3 was. So that's amazing how tight that championship. Unofficial, of course. We'll get the official results posted up on our Facebook page and our Twitter. So it's going to be close. Oh, so we're hearing as well, someone had the fastest lap, and if it wasn't for Scotty Callahan getting the purple lap on the last lap, Scotty Rankin would not be third in the championship. And that is just off the quick math of our man in the race control, Stefan. So as we see the boys line up now, doing a mega jump. Single file, Cowie there. Who's going to smash? They're going to get over. I've got bets on none of them making it over because these cars have got too much downforce. Bang, 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 bang.
They're over.
Oh, well, that's a way to finish a race, guys, in a season of the Radicals. So,
you know what? Oh, what? They're all coming now.
That is awesome. Right, we're going to get some of these guys into the green room and then we'll get these interviews underway. And then don't forget, we've got another race. We've got the Porsches up next. We're going to have Jamie Dyke in the box and Connor will be sticking around for that as well. So we'll just try and get these guys in as we see Cowie burning up the rubber and damaging my bloody car again. At the end of the season, he can destroy it. He's paying for it. So
that budget's just getting bigger and bigger, isn't it?
That's right, a performance in racing car. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think every, as we see, he's just upside down.
He might need a new helmet after that.
He might.
Oh, as Cowie's flipped him back. Yeah, well done to Cowie. Well done, the coward.
That's
for
great
putting
work
back
from
over.
the broadcast team there, just smacking him back over. Teamwork, as Toddy says in the background. But good job. What a great race. Hope you enjoyed it. As we're still waiting for our podium to get into the green room.
Might give them a sec just because they need to tab out and do all their stuff. But well done to our championship leader, or championship winner. Sorry.
That's right.
yeah.
I'm going to definitely give my driver of the race to car 19, Michael, the guy who won the race. You know, he had that problem early. He was under pressure from the boys basically all race, and then he had to make the pass on Scotty Rankin. Passed him on the outside, got the job done nice and clean, and you know, with 2 laps to go, finishes in a great spot, and then nothing better than winning a race, especially on the last round. So, a big kudos to him.
Yeah, I'd say the driver in the night for me would actually be Cowie, your driver, for just being consistent and getting P5 in the end, which is definitely what you want. And well done to him.
Yeah, he did a good job after his earlier incident. He had a great start to the race, and he pushed it back in. But in the green room, we've got our P3 on track and P3 in the championship. So I will bring that man into the green room. If I can drag him in. Mr. Scotty Rattlegun Rankin, hey, you, mate, after that race, you were... Oh, I'm lost for words how to explain it. So you can just take the floor. It's not like you don't know how to talk about it.
I'm absolutely filthy. Yeah, I had that one. I had it made. Yeah, and then I was just like, well, if I launch straight away off of turn 1, I'm not going to get enough of a lead, and these guys might do something funky after the safety car. But I put myself in such a good position. I got myself to 8 seconds clear, and then I sort of ran it down, and I hit 10, 12 minutes to go. And the instant I hit that, I was like, no risk. No risk. We're braking early for the corners whereby I'm a little bit skittish. We're smooth as anything on the throttle because these cars can fire around real quick coming out of the cutting. So I was actually making sure that I was dropping a lap coming out of the cutting. Was backing it up coming down through the dipper. You know, I was in complete park the bus mode because that was going to lock everything up. That was going to put me in a really, really good spot. And, you know, to go out and win a race on skill in these cars, in this field, it was something I've had on the bucket list at the start of the season. It would be great if, yeah, but you know, it's not to be. And you should have heard the yelling and screaming when I heard the word safety car, safety car, safety car.
Yeah. I bet there was yelling and screaming, mate, because as we were talking about, you were sitting there. Connor made mention of it. You were just doing your own thing, sitting in the draft, not letting those boys go. You're sitting there being patient, and the moment struck, and you took full advantage of it. And then you had the beautiful 8-second gap, the little bit of an engine problem. He had like a clutch rumble. He was stuck in neutral. He actually couldn't get out of it. That's why he dropped back so far. And then all of a sudden, you're in the lead. 8-second gap. And then the dreaded word of the lead is this safety car. And we're like, no, the gap, it's gone.
Oh, mate. Because, I mean, the most important thing was I set myself up and I was talking to Scotty Kallenberg, and we were talking, you know, race strategy and how to set it up tonight. And he was saying, look, I don't think we can stop. And I went, okay, we're a little bit tight. If this race goes one extra lap, we were going to run out of fuel on that last lap, by the way. If we went green to the end, that last lap we would be out of fuel, probably at the chase. So my goal, when I rolled off the grid, my whole plan was I want to, preferably if I can get turn 1 ahead of David Ungar, I'm happy. And then keep him behind me. I knew I was identical pace to Dave, so it was going to be a scrap, it was going to be a dogfight, and then he got ahead of me, and it was just manage my pace. Make sure that I'm staying close enough in his draft that if this race happens to go that extra lap, I'm covered. I can race that lap at full speed, because if I could do that, more than likely I was going to pick up not just Dave, but I was also potentially going to catch and pass Michael on that last lap if the race went. but you've got to buy yourself a ticket to be able to do that from the start of the race, and that's it was set up. Once I got into my groove, I had a look at the fuel numbers. They were still tight, but I sort of had about half a litre to play with then. And then once I had that half a litre, it was like, okay, let's start applying some pressure to the back of Dave. Let's see what happened. And then Dave I noticed in a couple of laps, he was just going a little bit deep into Murray's. And that lap, he just pushed them on just slightly too far. I was like, okay, opportunity begs. Let's get out of it. First and foremost, back it all the way down. I'm no longer fighting Michael Cutter-Jar. There is one car on this track and I'm racing. And I've got to make sure that I've got a Carter to be able to go out and race him and beat him. And so it was first off, as soon as he was sideways, make sure you get cleanly through this. Did that. Next, okay, where are we in terms of race strategy? How is Michael going? What can we do there? What's my options? Nothing I can really do. Okay, let's start the park the bus. Let's get back into that rhythm. Let's make sure we've got that fuel. And it's just that rhythm, because Bathurst is such a rhythm track. And just making sure I had the rhythm, I was in the right place, and then opportunity presents itself again. And then other than that, it's just sitting in Discord, man, and just having a generically good night,
Yeah, and that's what we're about here at SRW. Coming here, having a race, pressure's on, but having fun at the same time, and that's what it's all about. And yourself being in the com box last night, having a laugh, and then jumping in the next day and putting on a great show, mate. Kudos to the P3 in the championship by 1 point. Unofficial yet, we'll get the official result, but again, Tipper on the podium still pretty good.
Drop rounds are potentially going to play into that, and remember that I put my hand up at the start of the season and said, hey, I've actually got one race here in the SR10, can I have that race to win for my points as well? So, which it was a win too, so so I put my hand up to have that deleted, because I don't think it's right to race one race in a different class and accept points for that.
And then go to the other car, and
that's it. And it's about fairness. And Scotty Kallenberg said something to me about, you've got to win in the SR10. It was literally a joke. And I just went, yeah, you're actually right. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So, it's sportsmanship first and foremost. Have a blast the rest of the time. Championship at the end of the day, it's fantastic. I really honestly wish Tom Curry was still out there, because he was a blast to race around. I was learning a lot by following him and learning from him. Adam Simpson as well. In fact, the entire Fishy squad, I want to see some more Fishy cars. They would be the right kind of guys to go racing in these things with. But, I mean, up and down the field, it's you jump on and get into the SR8 Radical on a Thursday night, and from lights out to checkered flag, there's just a grin from ear to ear, no matter what's going on. It's serious, but at the same time, we're here to have fun. And there is no better car in iRacing that represents fun for me than the Radical.
That's it. Well, we'll try and get some of the other boys in. But while you're here, Scotty, again, just want to give you sponsors a shout out and congratulations.
Well, in terms of thanks for the championship, first and foremost, big thanks to Scotty Kallenberg. He sponsors the series here for the Radicals. Callahan, that one. I knew it had Cal in it. So Scotty Callahan, he makes this possible here at SRW. He said, look, I want to keep racing these cars. I want to keep having fun in these cars, and he makes it possible for SRW to put on the league. So he's a big part of that, and would certainly not be possible without him. He's also such a big cultural part of the Radical League. Getting on to sit back and laugh and talk to a guy about his lines, how he's driving the car, what he's doing with the car, why he's doing things in a certain way. He's made me improve out of sight, so cannot thank him enough. He's open to having those conversations the whole time. The guy does not care, because if it means that you grab half a second, a quarter of a second, anything, a tenth, all right up to the way, 3-4 seconds to some of the guys in the back, like that's, to him, that is far more important than racing, than winning. And he wants that sort of culture. To all of the sim racing world sponsors that make it possible for me and have made it so possible for me in the IndyCar, and doing what I'm doing within that space at the moment. Big shout out to Paul Gerlin and the guys from DSL Welding Services. Can't do it without them. Dragon RC, who might be making my life more expensive again because I start to get interested in RC car racing.
Did make mention of that as well.
The promo department. Oh man, they're growing now, aren't they? Melville Equipment Corporation, Toyo Sim, Warren Brown Tools. Can you guys run that ad again? That ad is just like so cool.
Well, Which I don't think we have that ad, do we?
Warren and Brown Tools is sick. It is honestly, if you guys haven't seen it, it is one of the sickest ads because it incorporates sim racing into the world of tools and those sorts of things. It's a sick ad if you have not seen it. Big shout out to the guys from Warren and Brown Tools. Yeah, and most importantly, all of the admin team. I think here, obviously, you guys behind the broadcast. I'm proud to enjoy the broadcast and enjoy the lifestyle that I have. With sim racing is such a cool part of it because of everyone that makes the broadcast possible. We can't do it without both of the Sinkoviches. Brad Wall.
Well, Scotty, sorry I had to interrupt, man, but we're going to wrap it up because we're running short on time, man. We've literally got 4 minutes left in the other session. We've got to jump over. And we've still got 4 more guys to interview. So thank you again, Scotty.
Pleasure, guys. Have fun.
Have fun.
While we're switching over, guys, we'll just grab our championship leader. I will jump up and grab him, so bear with me for 2 seconds, guys, as we will be rolling into the Porsche, so just stand by. Alhan, our championship leader, finished P2. Congratulations on a great series, man, and a big thank you from all of the SRW broadcast team and the sponsors for letting us have the Radicals back for an amazing season, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, no dramas at all.
So give us your thoughts on the race, man. It was action-packed. We saw you start from the back lock always and claw your way through. It was awesome to see.
Yeah, my heart goes out to Scotty. Without the safety car, he probably would have had it in the bag. But yeah, safety car comes out and then he loses 2 spots.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but that's racing. He rolled the dice, and sometimes it doesn't work out. And the safety car dice rolled this time. It had got him in the butt, but it was an awesome race. Watching you battle, you didn't climb through the field as fast as I was expecting.
Well, the trouble is, everyone breaks in different spots, and some of the guys break the same corner in different spots every lap too. So it really throws you off and then balks you. And then you can't get a run on them because they balk you mid-corner and you've lost all your speed. You have to brake as they are accelerating just so you don't plow into the back of them.
But I've got to leave you here, guys. Connor, I'm going to pass it over to you, mate, and because I'm going to get ready to race control for the next one. So sorry to interrupt there, Scotty. Well done on the season, bro. And as always, man, it was a pleasure commentating you, watching your race. So well done, bro, from me.
No dramas. Thanks, mate.
G'day, Scotty.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's corner momentum's everything. So you just got to time your run, but you sit behind them for a few corners and see where they break, and then they break differently in another corner. So it's hard to sort of get around them. Plus, it's Bathurst, so
Yeah, 100%. And through the whole stream, Tyson was following me about what you've done through the season, man, and I think it's just a remarkable thing for you to just absolutely dominate the season by 90 points before the race. For the last race, you can almost just not turn up, mate.
Yeah, well, if Michael done more races, obviously he would have won it by a country mile because, I mean, I was starting at the back every race, well, pretty much every race anyway. So, yeah, he would have absolutely hammered me in the championship, but he's quick. I was actually messaging him in quali and telling him to start at the back with me, but he didn't want a bar of it.
No, I think he was just, I mean, but yeah, like some of your achievements, man, like even just watching you racing, you're so intelligent when it comes to passing, man. Like, I think you were passing Dave and through the cutting, like Dave just opened up the door and you were like, I'm going for it, bang, straight up. And I think that's such a good thing to see. Like sometimes with sim racers, People don't really go for the dives and kind of sit back, but you, man, you just went for it. And,
Well,
I think we
actually,
need more of it.
I wasn't even going for it. I actually dropped back at the start of that lap and gave him 1.5 seconds head start. I was just going to do a hot lap.
Yeah.
But then they were all fighting, and Dave tried to overtake him and sort of got offline a little bit and left the door wide open, and I was there, so I just drove through it.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
And I know Dave too. Dave's a great driver too, so you could run too wide with him and have no dramas at all. I left him plenty of room, but he just backed out and then sat in behind me.
Yeah, man, 100%. But I think we might wrap that up. Thank all your sponsors, man. What are they?
No, just me.
Any family, mate, that watch anything?
No, thanks for a good season, guys. I probably won't be back. I'll definitely be back for the Bathurst Enduro race, the first race next season, but the rest of the season I probably won't be here.
Yeah, man. But what else? Yeah, I think that's about it, man. But yeah, awesome to see your last race. I'm quite new to this. Scotty Rankin got me onto the broadcast team, but yeah, man, for your last race of the season and my first race watching you, man. Can't wait to see the rest of them. So yeah, well done to you, man.
Righto, thanks, guys.
Too easy, mate. There you go, folks. That was Scott finishing up the season and taking the championship. I think we might have about a minute or two break and head back into it.
Right, here at Suzuka, should be some good racing.
Yeah.
100%. So I think we're at Suzuka with the Porsche Cups, last round of the season. All thank you by DSL Welding Series and all the rest of the sponsors. So this is the last round. What do you think, Dyke?
It's going to be action-packed. I mean, it's Suzuka, isn't it? There's always drama here, but in terms of championship, it's pretty much locked in the bag for Crisscross boys.
Yeah, righto. So it might be, I reckon, in my own opinion, I reckon it'll be hectic, but like you said, I reckon you're pretty much on the ball. But yeah, so tonight we've got 22 degrees, 11% ambient, and yeah, a bit cloudy. So it's a bit cloudy, which doesn't look too good on the cameras, but is what it is. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good little race, 40-minute race. Not as long as Wednesday night, which was our F3s, which was an hour of a race, and that was long, but a good race by the boys there. So yeah, but I'm all new to this, so yeah, see what happens. So, and sorry guys, my mic was not working, but yeah, so, and brought to you by DSL Welding Series and Pagnian Imports, Imports, I cooked that, but yeah.
Simulations.
Advanced simulations, so brought to you by them, those guys, it wouldn't be happening without those guys, so thank you to those guys. I don't think it'd be happening, but who do you reckon finish up quali? Dyke?
Well, if I had to put my money on someone, Stefan McCartan has not done any practice this week. The last 5 rounds he didn't do any practice, and he put it on the pole every round. So I'm going to say Stefan, but in actual fact, at the moment, Sam Muir's looking pretty tidy ahead of Husey at the moment. Haven't seen the Crisscross boys fail in terms of pace, but yeah, Sam, Chris Ireland, Dylan Shepherd, even Richard Mayer caught his P6 at the moment. They're all in with a shot. Yeah, Mr. Consistency. Yeah, they're all in for a shot of, you know, wrapping up on pole for tonight's race.
Yeah, 100%. I think I just saw someone join the server, which I'm very curious by, is Alex Court. He's a very quick guy. He's yeah, one of the top kind of guys that you want to race against and learn by that guy. But yeah, we're got a 9.5 Sim Sports car too. He's up there, Benjamin P8. He's that's a team that you never want to look past, and yeah, a lot of improvement by that guy. So yeah, well done to him. Then we've got who else hasn't? Mao Power hasn't set a lap yet. Stefan hasn't. Stefan's just coming out of the pits in the SRW car, so we'll see them on track. There they are, and yeah, so hopefully you can get a time on the board. Stephen and yeah, it's the Sinkovic, which will yeah, see what happens.
Mr. Spinovich. Yeah, Spinovich had a pretty good race in the radicals. He didn't completely bottle it. Yeah, finished 8th in the radicals. Didn't make a mare of it. Well, Stephen did awesome compared to the previous round, so he should give himself a pat on the back for that. But
yeah, go on.
yeah, why not?
Okay, boys, we'll have 3 people in the comms box tonight. So I just want to be live on stream just to be able to talk with the boys and on this final round in the GT3 Porsches, because I'm going to be racing this next year. Next season.
How's that? What do you think of that?
No, mate, it's a big learning curve, massive learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah,
and the
100%.
reason why I've been doing it is because I just feel like if I don't know. You know, the TCRs, yeah, it would be an easy way out for me. But I really want to be able to get better at the Porsche GT3 Cups because I find it's like the most logical way to be able to get better at the Supercars, to be honest. And that's kind of the end game.
I would half agree with you because my team started up this, well, didn't start actually, but we started in this league and on a Friday night with Porsche Cups, and I was kind of thinking, you know, I've never liked these cars, and we were so off pace in the first round, and we found some tricks in the book how to drive them, and it's such a learning curve. Like, I think these are probably the hardest car to learn if you're going straight into it with setups and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to driving them, that's just another ballpark itself, you know. Engines in the rear.
Especially even like, you know, I come from sort of a bit of a console background, but I'm very good at like a GT3 and a GT4 car because that's what I'm kind of used to driving. And then this is not the same sort of ball game as a GT3 car. Yeah, they call it a GT3 Cup, but this is no way.
Yeah, you know? No way. Eh?
They just take away. Oh no, we'll just build it without traction control or any ABS. Oh, good luck. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you got a big,
pretty much.
You know, unadjustable front splitter and slightly adjustable rear splitter. Good luck, buddy. We'll just make the rear wing bigger, shall we? That's it. And I reckon old Dyke here would do all right in them.
I'm not too bad. Setups wise, I'm a bit handy too.
Yep.
But no, I go all right in them. You know, plenty of practice in the Ferrari and the Lamborghini, and you know, some mid-engine cars will eye you into the Porsche.
Yep.
But I won't boast when it comes to these cars. Let's put it that
I'm sure you'd boast about your supercars though. So, but yeah, I definitely have respect for old Dykey here with these supercars. But yeah, definitely if anyone wants to get involved, SRW is welcoming anyone that wants to sign up for. We're going to have a bit of a break for 2 weeks, come back into it. So yeah, if anyone wants to sign up, go to SRW on their Facebook. That's where you'll find everything. And yeah, chat to the boys if you want some information. But yeah, I'd get involved 100%. If I had a free night, definitely come racing these things. But yeah, if anyone wants to get involved, definitely you know, come and race, and it wouldn't be possible because of DSL, Welding Series, so, and Pagnian. So yeah, thanks to all them. So yeah. But DSL Welding Series, 100%, make it work. So yeah.
So this is going to be the end of qualifying.
Here we go.
It's coming to a close. We got anyone? Oh, we haven't even got. We got Daniel Smith on track currently.
So yeah, just I'll take the opportunity also just to thank everybody out there in viewer land for all our series now. This is our 3rd season and we're coming into our 4th season, which is so awesome. So thank you so much everybody for all the support. If you're out there in viewer land and you haven't hit that like or subscribe button and haven't hit that notification bell so you can make sure you keep up with everything that we're doing out there, please make sure you do. We've got some awesome stuff out there. And if you're an iRacer or you're a sim racer out there and you want to jump into iRacing and come and have some awesome league races with some amazing, really fast guys that will actually really openly to teach you, not only teach you, but help you develop and help you with setups and that sort of stuff. Hence why I'm racing next season. And just another big shout out to DSL Welding Services for all your support for all our series, not just this series, along with Pagnian Advanced Simulations. We have our new sponsors, Toyo Sim. We also have Wayne and Brown, and we also have Melville as well. So thank you very much for all your support. Next season we're coming back bigger and better. It's going to be absolutely amazing to see all these different series and all these different pretty cars out on track, because I'm sure everyone will go in between seasons and go back and rejig all their awesome liveries, etc, etc, etc. All these guys have gotten faster and improved along through these series as well, and and through these seasons, and they've all picked up new sponsors as well. So we'll see some new sponsors plastered on new cars and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So we'll leave it at that, and that will bring us to the end of quali. See if we can bring up the grid.
Now, I'm used to a different series with Porsche Cubs. Very smooth, you got to be smooth on the power. But I'm new to SRW, so this should be interesting. I'll read out the guys that have done qualifying. So, Chris, we've got on P1, Sam on P2, Adam in P3, Dylan in P4, Greg in P5, Richard in P6, Stefan in P7, Benjamin in P8, Stephen in P9. I think that's Dylan. Oh, it's
Dean.
Dean in P10. Thank you, Dyke. Then David Leslie. Then we got Tom. Yeah, the writing's a bit small for some reason. So Greg, Richard, Stefan, Benjamin. No, I've read all them. Sorry, stream. Then we got Tyson, Daniel, which are all not doing it. Besides Mal's doing it. So yeah. So we're greening up. Like. So we're about to go green, so we'll wait for the lights and everyone to grid up.
Got about 30 seconds. I will say this is an outstanding qualifying from Sam Muir.
Oh, 100%. He's one of those guys, though, Dyke. Sam's one of those guys that will just keep improving every time you see the dude. Like, I remember seeing him only a couple of weeks ago in the Supercars, and he was decent. Then he's just gained so much speed. So, yeah, well done to Sam.
In this series so far, Sam hasn't really been the best qualifier, but he's got terrific race pace. And
100%.
For him to out-qualify both Hughesy and Dylan Shepherd, it's a pretty big achievement. And Stefan McCartan has actually had
Here we go for the lights.
outlier.
So the lights are out. Red. Now we're just going to wait for the green. And lights out. Here we go. So we're going to go up to turn 1. This is a very tricky corner. You can normally go too wide, but we'll see what happens, see what the boys do. Sam's pulled back a bit. Single file, looks like too wide through there. See if they get through cleanly. They're through. All of them are through. No incidents, no safety car. This is a very tricky bit. You don't want to get punted off. Stefan's and Richard are too wide. Stefan just pulling back in. He'll just sit there until the straight. Might pull back out. But single file. How was that for a start, Dyke? No crashes.
It's pretty good. It's Stefan and Richard Mayer have just kind of swapped positions there, going to turn 1, and Sam Muir's actually made a meal at the start, dropping 2 positions to Husey and Shepherd.
Might be.
He will settle in now, and he should, as long as he can shake barbs, he should pull away.
Yeah, definitely. I think Sam's one of those guys, though, like Scotty Rankin, just a very smart guy. He might just save a bit of fuel, do a bit of a Blake Delaney, and just save a bit of fuel, sit behind and chill out, really.
That should be the plan here. A lot of top speed. Save a lot of fuel here.
You'd know about the fuel saving as well, Dykey. Yeah, 100%. So here we go, back straight. So Chris is going to lead us through for the first lap. I think Adam might have a bit of a look if he gets close enough. He might just tuck back in. No, he's backed off.
Yeah, no, Adam will stay here. Everyone is pretty on the nose about. They know that both Adam and Greg will save fuel, and Stefan McCartan, Chris Ireland, and Dylan Shepherd are the pushers. They'll squeeze every little bit of fuel out of their tank to lap after lap. So
First,
kind of in the prime spot. Yeah, clutching already. He's actually
up the inside. I don't know who that is. Adam Hughes. Dylan Shepherd's just got Adam Hughes. What a great move. That's normally the spot that you want to overtake, but it's a very risky little part If you get that wrong, you get the section wrong, which he's just dropped off a bit of speed. You can see Adam Hughes was just pushing him, going, come on, buddy. Section, let's not lose Chris. Up the hill. There's a bit of a hill, so the car gets a bit looser in here, but because they've got a lot of grip right now, they should be all good. Down a couple of gears, hit the curb, go on the rubble strip, hit the apex, keep it nice and clean, use that right foot as much as you can. Now, I'm very curious now, Dyke. Sam's just sitting there. He's not even daring to go and, push a little.
Nah, he won't. He's got 3 really quick dudes in front of him. Arguably a whole field of quick dudes behind him. Smart thing would be to just tuck in Hughes' draft.
Yeah, 100%. And I think there's a lot of smart guys in. If you drive the Cup car, you've got to be smart. You can't be, pushing everywhere because you'll run out of fuel or you'll just blow the tyres off them and it's no fun. But yeah, you can just see Sam at the back here of the train. But you want to be in that train too. Bit of draft never kills you. But I think we might go a bit further down the field to see what's happening. So we got Greg Barber, Stefan, Richard.
This is Stefan's outlier of qualifying.
Yep.
Richard Mayer missed the consistency in this league. He doesn't get into much trouble, and he usually finishes a race quite well off because of that. Benjamin Siren has the pace half the time. I think it's a practice issue. That was a nice pass there. Steve Tonkin on Dean. Just got that done in turn 1. David Leslie also coming up behind them. Leslie will have Alex Court crew chiefing for him tonight, as we saw him enter the session.
See, that's a very scary thing, having Alex near you, because he is a very smart dude. He's one of those dudes that are all about numbers. And but going through the back of the field, everything's kind of just chilled out. So we've got a bit of a replay here of Dylan.
Daniel Smith.
Daniel Smith, sorry, having a bit of an incident. I think that's the big sweeper. Oh, what are the...
Oh.
So David's had a bit of an incident, rolled back, and Daniel's just, went off the track.
That's Spoon, yeah.
Yeah, that's
very good in these cars around Spoon.
Yeah, very hard. Get a bit of understeer through the corner. Never fun.
Yeah, this is right where Steven's coming up to now. This is Spoon. It's a essentially a double apex corner. Massive rotation in it. 180 degrees, so 190 degrees or something. Wide radius, high speed, so it's actually very tricky in these cars.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun in the old supercar, but yeah, in these cars it's good fun. Like, you try and not hit that outside curb, because I got told by a mate, don't hit it, and the guy in front of me lost it because he did hit the curb, and thank Lord to to my teammate. But yeah, so I think we might go back up to the leaders and see what they're doing. So here's Chris. So he actually, I think Dylan actually got the fastest lap so far. So Dylan, I think he's pushing very hard, try and use up as much fuel. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you just want to drain the tank, or if there's not a pit stop. I'll see what happens.
It's very much these guys' race style. Both Ireland, Shepherd, and Hughes' Shepherd and Ireland's fastest laps are within 300ths.
Yeah, that's hectic. That's what you want to see, eh? Like, just so close that you could, it's an eyebrow. Like, when you look at them, those times, you kind of go, oh, they're a bit off. No, that's an eyebrow. Like, you could put it on the line and, yeah, it's an eyebrow. But, yeah, well done to that. That is an awesome lap to see.
Hughesy's last lap was also half a tenth off the two boys at the front, but as we can tell, Hughesy is saving some fuel. Sam Muir's starting to drop off. This pack is 1.4 behind, with Barber and McCartan still in his code. Yeah, so we got Richard Mayer also there, just being consistent.
Mr. Consistent, isn't it?
Yeah, so we got two main battle packs forming, and the rest of the field are getting a little bit of air between each other.
I reckon Chris might be pushing a little bit because he looks like he's pushing like the car's been very aggressive. Like, because I think what's happening is Shepard's actually pushing him along, so he's going, come on, buddy, you know, use as much fuel as you can, you know, like, it's kind of one of these things where you kind of go, well, if I push him along, he's going to use the same amount of fuel than me, actually more because he's pushing that air. So, yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. Safety car. Safety car has been called.
Oh, see if we... So Daniel Smith is off. Hopefully we get a replay of the DSL Welding series. Oh. Just hit the wall. I think he's just put a bit too much jam on it. Yeah, he's...
Oh, he went to loop it again right before the replay cutaway.
Yeah.
So this is...
Oh,
so this is the final... That's Kane. So this is the final corner.
He might have just had a long front lock on one of the wheels. Doesn't take much.
Anyway, we've had David Leslie and Daniel Smith tour the pit lane after the safety car was called.
Yep.
Daniel Smith was in his pit lane 41 seconds opposed to Leslie's 36.
Well, this would be the optimal time to box, wouldn't it? You know.
Depends how much fuel they need to put on.
Yeah.
Not quite sure on the restriction of the tank for this race.
Oh.
Being 10 minutes or a quarter of the way through the race, I would have taken that advantage.
100%. I was just thinking the same because I've been doing a lot of IndyCar recently, and you know, if there's a safety car, you just go for it because that extra bit of fuel would save you and everything. And yeah, I made a bit of an oopsie in the Supercar for not boxing, and yeah, it did cost me. So yeah, definitely, I'd just take every opportunity to box. But clearly, those guys are just confident of their fuel saving just to make it to their normal stops, and yeah, save a bit of fuel now. So they'll save about a lap or two of fuel saving, which yeah, will be good for them.
Both the Sinkoviches, the two brothers, are in the pits. Dean has just left the pits. He was in the lane for 31 seconds. Stephen in there for a little bit longer. Safety car is going to be in this lap. Stephen, this is probably actually a good time to take tyres under safety car.
Yeah, how long's a pit stop for tyres though?
It's an extra 25-30 seconds, but when on such a big track like this, it's if you're running in the back half of the field, I mean, why not?
Yeah, that's it.
You're already, over a quarter of the way through the race. You get that advantage on tyres and you make it work. You could come back and win it.
Yeah, you could, because you've just got that extra bit of tyre. It's 5 lap. They'll have 5 lap older tyres. So yeah, definitely. Like I remember doing a race around here, it was an hour, and about that 40-minute mark, they started to drop off massively. And yeah, when these tyres go, they just go. They don't give you much of a warning. And they're just saving fuel, so they'll save a lap of fuel easily through this safety car. bit of an incident. Old Toddy's pressed the wrong button. We all do that.
Refreshing all the paint.
All
Safety
good.
car pulling it away from the field. Chris is now going to bank him up.
Would you go early, Dyke, or would you go very late?
I would go, considering the pit straight's quite long, I'd probably leave it till as late as possible.
Yeah, I was. Now we was Scotty Rankin and I were actually commentating on TCRs last night, and you'll be shocked. The guys actually went really early. Like when they came out of the chicane, they booted it straight away, and you'll be surprised. It was crazy how like massively gapped the field these two cars did, and yeah.
Yeah, but the TCRs don't have the aero these cars have, and that aero is punching that hole. So, you know, the draft is going to play a lot more into effect with these things.
Yeah.
And you'll want to take that benefit away. Although Chris is just going to boot.
He's gone. He's not hanging around at all.
Boot scoot boogie.
Yeah, that's it.
Push on. Him and Dylan will go nuts.
Single file. No, I thought he would have put a nose up, to be honest. But yeah, back to Sam. He's just chilling out, and then back to Chris. I thought there'd be a bit more, you know, the old, you know, put the nose up and see what happens. But yeah, it's good from all the guys just chilling out and seeing to the end of the race.
Quite close. Gap at front is 0.3. Stefan McCartney is actually defending Chris Ireland.
Yeah.
Stefan is P3 last time I checked. Got a car off Tom Knight just had a moment, right off track. So Stefan McCartney is currently P2 in the championship. He's Adam Hughes has got the championship pretty much in the bag as long as he makes 75% of the race and gain points. Although he does have the drop round, so that's going to play into effect. Stefan McCartney, all he had to do is finish the race, and he will at least retain the top three, either P2 or P3 in the championship. The first three cars being from the same team. First car not in crisscross is Christopher Ireland from Centre Sports, who is currently leading. He's just done the fastest lap with a 2-minute dead .99.
Awesome lap by him. I think the gloves came off, to be honest, because yeah, banging out one of those times is not easy. So well done to him.
He's a full second quicker than Stefan McCartney's quickest. Dylan Shepherd's quickest did not get counted. Must have gotten an off track. Shepherd's done a 2:01.3.
So yeah,
it's registered Dylan doing a 2:01.9. Dylan's actually done a 2:01.3, but he's run off track during that lap. Hughesy's current fastest is a 2:02.7. He's actually done a 2:01.8, having gotten an off track for that as well.
that's like looking at those times. Like you kind of look at him and you kind of go, "Oh yeah, that's cool and everything." But you look at Sam and he's only done a 2:08, you know, a 2 minute 25, and he's still with the pack. Like that's pretty impressive, eh?
That's because, unfortunately, Sam would have received an off track on every lap outside or quicker than that 25.
Yeah, righto. Okay, I was about to say that. Oh,
Sam last. Oh, who's that? That's Hughesy. Is that Hughesy?
Yeah.
Rare mistake from the championship leader.
Beautiful cars from Adam Hughes. Awesome cars to look at. Nice and bright. But
Oh, Barb's is going to have a dive.
yeah, teammate on teammate. Oh,
Hughesy's wide again. That lets another teammate of Stefan McCartan through. Hughes is going to have to collect himself here.
yeah. I don't know if that's team orders or he's just went, nah, I'm out. I'm going for it. So well done by Greg. He's made up a position there on the teammate. So it is our first off track with Adam.
So where's this? This is Spoon.
Yeah.
He's run wide at Spoon. That's fine. His actual incident, he ran down here. He went through 130R into the last chicane. What I was going to say before on Sam Muir, on his 225, he had actually done a 202 flat.
Yeah.
This lap.
Yeah, that's a quick time.
And finally, he's gotten.
Oh, massive lock up.
Oh.
Massive lock up. Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, with these cars, if they lock up, you really can't get out of them. You've got to just kind of come off them slowly, then just figure out where you're going to go. So, yeah, they're a very, very hard car when it comes to braking. I'd almost put them on the Supercar, just that you can't really get out of it. So, thank you for the replay. So, thank you for DSL Welding Service for the action replay. So now back to live. So we are on with Greg Barber, so P4. So you're going to have to give me a bit of a hand with here, Dyke. How's Greg been going in the championship?
Greg is quick. He's been off the pace the last couple rounds, but nothing like he's only been a few tenths off the pace.
Yeah.
Ireland, Shepherd, and Hughesy are usually the three that just march. Dylan Shepherd, not the last lap, but the lap beforehand, recording a 201.4 as his quickest lap, 4 tenths off Christopher Ireland's.
Is Dylan Shepherd related to another Shepherd?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg's usually really consistent, and you can tell he's either in the groove or he's not.
Oh, so we just saw there the Greg got a bit of a dive from the rear from Stefan, yeah.
Yep.
Bit of a dive there. It's probably one of the best corners you can have a dive on though. If your mate in front of you, has a little lock up, you can just take the opportunity, put the nose up, and away you go. But awesome to see with Stefan's car. He's got some teeth on the front of it. Nice and aggressive to have it on there. Maybe you need to put some teeth on the front of your car, Dyke.
Yeah, I'll be right.
Big old fish teeth.
we got teeth on the doors. Don't need them on the grill.
Good to see with Stefan's livery. They look really cool.
Movers and shakers so far. Dylan Shepherd is up 2. Stefan McCartan up 2. Barbs is up 1. Stephen, Mr. Spinovich, is up 4 from where he started. The biggest losers, that would be Husey down to 3.
Yeah, Husey wouldn't want to be. You wouldn't want to be in that Discord chat, would you? With Husey, who wouldn't be too happy with himself, just making those few mistakes. But it all happens, you know. Everyone does it. But yeah, without him leading the championship, he'll be fine. But yeah, good battle with these boys right here, Dylan Shepherd and Chris Old right here. Just having a good old battle, just a good old scrap. I think Chris is not fuel saving anymore, but I think actually Sam is still fuel saving, which is in P3, which is awesome to see. Only 4 seconds behind the guys, so yeah, we'll see what happens when it comes to pit stops. Or just pulled it up with Dylan. So we'll just see and wait if there's a clutch. And
Yeah.
no clutch at all.
I don't think he's going to be fuel saving at any point this race. It's not Island style, and it's not Shepherd style.
Yeah. I'm curious though, like Sam being 4 seconds back, is that enough to cut him, you know, with the fuel stop, you know, like if he can just save a litre or two, he might just get him in the pit stop.
Not a litre, 4 seconds.
If he catches up, but yeah.
He needs to save like 12 litres for that to be a gain.
Yeah, I forgot to say if he caught up, but yeah, but yeah, these guys are pushing.
Yeah, I don't think if Barbs is saving, he's only lift and coasting.
Yep. Yeah.
He's not clutching as of yet. I'm not sure about Sam, and I don't think Stefan and Husey will be fuel saving anymore.
Yeah, I think Husey would just be on the charge now, just to try and get a podium, bit further back with you know, than Greg. He's our teammate, but they are teammates, so they should be able to work together. Maybe hold up Stefan a little bit, then maybe just get Adam around. Definitely done that before with a teammate, so yeah, see what happens. But yeah, old Stefan's in the sandwich. Meanwhile, Sam's out front in P3 of the little train. But yeah, Sam's I don't know if there's a clutch here. Is there a clutch? Don't think there's a clutch, is there?
I don't think so. There was a little lift there.
Maybe Sam's not saving.
No, that was lift and coast.
Yeah.
He just coasted into the hairpin there. Just using the engine braking a little bit. But yeah, I can't hear anyone clutching at the moment.
I think everyone's...
Sorry, Hughes is fuel saving. Hughes is
okay. Maybe he's thinking, you know, just gap him. And Stefan's fuel saving too. That's interesting. Like you were saying, Dikey, though, like if they do the pit stop, it's 5 seconds. Are they too far away, like for that fuel stop to even to gain out of the fuel stop?
To win the race, yes.
Yeah.
But you got to remember that the person at the front of this pack is Sam, and Sam is currently on the last step of the podium.
Yeah, he is.
So this fuel saving could be just to get to the front of this battle pack.
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
Benjamin Siren is also starting to close up on Rick there.
Meanwhile, we got Greg on the back of Sam. Oh, we got Sam clutching into turn 1, and we got Greg right behind him. I reckon Greg's giving him a bit of a push, like, come on, buddy, we can't lose him by that much.
I'm not sure. Greg, the last couple of rounds, Greg hasn't been the aggressive driver. He's definitely been, you know, he's picked his battles. Yeah, he's picked his battles and he's just gone with the speed
Can
he
go.
had at that track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether, yeah, more the backbone, where you see Hughes is definitely the strategist. the strategy man, and Stefan is usually the one that can produce a really good lap.
I think everyone's got like the backbone and the strategists and everything in the team. Like I've definitely got a couple of them in my team, and I'm sure you've got a couple in your team, Jamie. So yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of teams like that, and we've got Stefan. I thought he was going to make a move there, but too far back.
Benjamin Sirens just dropping off Richard Mann now. Gap at the front is 0.1, less than 0.1.
Oh, they're side by side.
Yeah, side by side.
Dylan's made the move.
The lead.
He's gone.
Shepard has taken the lead from Christopher Island, and now Chris is going to try and come back at him. This is that draft effect.
Yeah, yeah.
Very, very strong in these cars. I think that's going to be it through the S's.
Yeah, he can't make a move from now on.
Yeah, so we might go look at a replay of Shepard getting that done. So this is coming up to Spoon.
Yeah.
Shows
Yeah,
the
so
nose
he's put
in Spoon.
the nose there. Yeah, what a great move. Because yeah, Chris can't do anything. Like he's on the outside, can't really do much. Back out of it, and then aim it back up for the little kink, and maybe go for the dive bomb.
He's had the draft. Well, 130R, and I imagine Chris has a dive. Yep.
Yeah,
dive.
massive dive. Oh, you can see he's had a twitch. So I don't know if he's locked a brake or the engine braking. Yeah, well done. Well done to get it stopped. And you see he's got a bit wide, so he's getting as much speed on the straight as he can. But yeah, good move by Dylan. Awesome move.
Yeah, and I imagine that this battle's going to rage on.
Thank you by DSL Welding Services. Action replay. So we're going to keep moving on. So Dylan will be punching that hole now. So maybe, even that he's in the draft, he's got no draft now. So he's got to get out of the rhythm of not being in the draft and having that extra bit of speed. Now he's going to push and got a car behind him now. So you get out of a rhythm, then you got to get back into a rhythm. So yeah.
Question is this going to hold up is this going to hold him up and bring Sam, Greg, Stefan and Adam back into it?
Oh, that's a good question, because if these boys behind us even a little bit and doing a couple of litres every now and then, definitely get them in the pits. But for Dylan and Chris's sake, I'd be getting a bit of a wiggle on with just trying to push it out as far as I can, and But we're actually we're 30 minutes into the 40-minute race, so we're actually pretty far into the race. So I think the pit stops might be at late end.
If they have to pit.
Yeah, well,
Definitely have to pit.
Surely.
Let's have a pick. Series information. What's the race length usually? Buddy.
I think it's like an hour. Yeah, an hour. Yep.
Right, so if they didn't change the capacity, they might not have to pit.
Maybe.
That's for the sprint. They'll do a 20 and a 40, or they'll do the 60. Hey, could be.
Yeah, well, that's it. I think if Sam's got a wiggle on now, so maybe he's kind of we can make it.
Gap at the front, or Island's having a dive.
Yeah, he's put it up the inside, push Dylan wide, he's got the run, Dylan's got the run. Wow. Like, Chris keeps trying it, Maybe he needs to try a different tactic of a different corner, like spoon, maybe.
Now, the problem there was Chris almost had that in the bag, but he locked a rear brake going over the first curb and just
got that
ran
pulled
a
off.
little wide, touched doors with Dylan and just gave it up.
Yeah.
Didn't want to spin the car, didn't want to wreck Dylan. They're having a great race. He wants to get it done nice and clean, and he's in for a real shot. There's 7 minutes left to go. Which is essentially 3-4 laps left.
Yeah, well, yeah. This race has actually went really quickly. So, yeah, these guys are really going ham now. I don't think there'll be any fuel saving because if they did need to stop, well, it'd be now. So, yeah, now they're just pushing on, make it to the end, but you want to make the car, you know, be at the end. So, having a bit of a lock up in the entry. Dylan's going to try and get as best of exit as he can. Yes, he did. Now, I wonder if Chris is going to do this move he's been doing for the last 2 or 3 laps now. See if he makes the run.
Right. So, last lap, the gap between Sam Muir and Christopher Ireland shrunk by almost a second.
Yeah, well, if they do this move again, then he might shave another bit off him.
So Sam is currently 3.4 behind Mr. Ireland, and he's gaining about 8 tenths a lap currently.
Oh, he's just going to down a gear. I don't think he's too far back, and he recognises that, so he's just going to follow him for another lap. Go over the curb, try and get as much speed out of that chicane as you can. Bit of a slide on exit. You do slide around in this car a lot when the tyres are starting to come down. So he'll just try and more preserve the tyre. So yeah. Oh, he's put the car up.
Sam Muir was six tenths quicker than the leaders that time by. Richard Mayer is in the pit lane.
Maybe they do need a box.
Either that or he hasn't saved enough.
Maybe.
Might be just a fuel saving race.
Maybe it could be. Maybe these two boys are like, let's just go, let's push it.
Currently from P9 onwards have hit. Top 8 yet to hit.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Interesting. Because Dylan and Chris haven't been fuel saving. I think they fuel saved on the first lap or two, but not really.
I don't even think they did that then.
But Chris is just getting on the back of him now. Dylan's probably really feeling the pressure now. In the mirror, these things look massive. So he's got a good exit. Dylan's got a really good exit, and I think that's what he was trying to do, line it up. Get the power down as early as possible. Get a good run, move right.
Now 2.5 away.
Oof.
He's gained a second this lap.
Tell you what, if they need a box, Sam might have this.
He might. Sam's been doing the most. Sam's still fuel saving.
Yeah, I reckon they might need a box. Might need to go back on the leaders.
Ireland's in. Ireland is in. He's in the pits. Ireland needs fuel.
Oh, that's interesting. Sam might make it. He might just want to try and make it to the end.
Possibly. Sam clutched all the way into one then.
Well, you think about it, Dyke. If you got that massive, you got the train massively behind. You're saving that whole thing. Saving from the train and just that massive train behind them. I mean, it's a no-brainer, really. I mean, Adam Hughes, Adam Hughes is probably the biggest winner out of them, but he's fallen back a little bit.
Stefan McCartney's on a heavy save as well.
Yeah.
Barb's wasn't that time into turn 1, but he might be saving elsewhere on track.
Yeah, I mean, the main spots would be turn 1, the hairpin, maybe spoon. If you're lucky, you could probably do it. But
Yep, and the chicane.
yeah, and the chicane. I mean, how many chicane? 1. Yeah, so definitely. Even through here, maybe if you need to left off, maybe just clutch in for a second or two. You know, through here. So you come over the crest. Normally, you have to lift in the supercar. Maybe just lift off there. Get back on it, brake, come around.
I wouldn't even get back on it.
No, you wouldn't even.
I would clutch all the way to about here, the exit curb, and then go full throttle all the way to 130R. And then you can probably clutch from 130 into the braking zone.
Well, you'd even clutch through here. You brake through here, so you might as well clutch. You know? Yeah.
So, Ireland was in the box for 4.5 seconds.
Oh, so not even much.
4.5 in the box. What does Shepherd do? Shepherd keeps
Still
going.
out.
Barb's is in. Barb's hasn't got enough fuel. Sam Muir keeps going.
Oh, it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. So after 38 minutes, we'll have 39, so about a minute or two, because you got to do that another lap. So they got to keep that in mind. But I reckon Stefan and Sam might have this.
Sorry, this is white flag. This is the last lap.
Oh,
I've just.
oh, Stefan's. Oh,
I've just seen him. Barry is his name. Barry.
yeah, Barry.
Yeah, I just saw Arnie. I just saw him waving the white flag. So this is a hunt.
Stefan's got him. Sam's got him. Yeah, got him.
This is the last lap hunt for the race. Ireland didn't have enough. Barber didn't have enough. Hughesy's saving. Hughesy stayed out.
There is no way Dylan's got enough. I am putting money on this that he doesn't have enough. Look at him.
The gap between Stefan and Dylan is 1.5.
Oh, I'm going to say...
He's closed in 2 seconds this lap alone. Gap is 1.2, 1.1. 1 second. Shepherd's on the save. Stefan saved enough. He's full push.
Look at him.
Last chance.
This is just Bathurst 2014 all over again.
Gap is 5/10.
5/10s building. 4/10s. He's even going slower.
Shepherd's on the clutch.
Look at him.
He's
Look
on
at
the
him.
clutch. He's run wide.
He's got to make it to the line.
on the
Stefan's
clutch.
made the move. Right up the inside. He's pushed him. Hugging him. There's contact.
Oh, he's got
Stefan's
it around
got him. He's got him. Oh, the contact in the rear. Stefan's got it for the last race.
Oh, and there's
Adam
a massive
Hughes and
shunt in the
Dylan
last
Stephens.
corner.
Oh no.
Hughesy's had a massive shunt in the last corner. He's made contact with Shepherd. Shepherd's had a tank slapper, and they've both done commemoratory barrel rolls. Sam Muir P2, Dylan Shepherd P3, Hughesy P4.
Predicted
Ireland.
Oh.
Ireland comes home in P5, Barber P6. As we go to a replay from DSL Welding Services Action Replay. This is the hairpin.
Huge.
This is the hairpin. Got it?
Wow. Wow, what a finish, Dyke. I don't think I've seen a finish like that for a very long time. Well done.
Yep, so this is coming into 130R.
Yeah. That's
So he's still on the clutch. He's still on the clutch. He needs to save. Stefan tries to make it around the outside. Dylan was on the rear brakes there and tried to shut the door. That wasn't going to work. He's then gotten a tank slapper. And maybe just do a little bit of magician work, and that's it.
Magician work.
Yeah,
Yeah, wow.
He's on the ripple strip, and he's just gotten a tank slap. He's lit it up on
Yeah.
the ripple strip.
If I remember that right, that curb is the most slipperiest curb you'll ever drive on.
Yeah.
But look at that. Take a photo of that, ladies and gentlemen. That is probably the best finish I've seen for a very long time. Well done to those guys.
They've both done a celebratory barrel roll.
Yep.
And that has just gifted Sam Muir P2 in this race.
Yeah, well, what happens with the championship? Adam Hughes.
Adam Hughes, all he had to do was finish.
Oh, okay.
Hughes won the championship.
Wow.
It was undecided at this time who was second and who was third between Barbs and Stefan McCartan.
Well,
I'm not sure I can't remember what the gap was or what Stefan needed, but yeah, it was one of those two, P2, the other one P3. Christopher Ireland will be P4.
so here's our results. Stefan, Sam, Dylan, Adam, Chris, Greg Barber. Well, so Chris was P2, P1, so he finished up P5 with the pit stop. Greg Barber, oh my God, I'm going to struggle with that. Dan, Benjamin, Dave, Richard, Steve, Stefan, Tom, Daniel, Tyson, Mal. Trying to say that 10 times over. Wow. But yeah, what a finish, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think from the SRW guys. I don't think of all week. I don't think that can be topped unless the Supercars can do it better. Dyke, make it better. Yeah, but oh my God, what a finish! So we got him in the green room, so we better pop him in.
That's we'll bring in P3 first.
Yep.
We'll bring in Dylan Shepherd.
Dylan, wow, what a finish, mate! I don't think anyone would have called that. What do you?
Yeah, just another week and losing the win on the last couple of laps again. Yeah, just didn't realise it was a fuel saver until a few laps ago, like after I got in front of Chris, and then was fuel saving as hard as I could, and Steph is really good at his fuel management. So, yeah, I saw him come on the last lap. I tried to just be defensive, but on that last corner, I cut out of fuel and ran on the grass at the same time and just lost it. So, I mean, I wasn't going to win it with that fuel cut, but no, I mean, it's still a good result.
I definitely looked like into that chicane that it even looked like compression lock. Like it was a massive rear end slip.
Yeah, with the fuel save technique we've got, like, yeah, it involves, holding the clutch in, and then I meant to brake and let the clutch out at the same time, and I did that and went down a few gears before I let the clutch out. So when I let the clutch out, it was just already in second and just revved out and slipped out. So, yeah.
Yeah, we were sitting here going, do these guys have enough? Then through the whole race, Sam and Stefan were just absolute fuel saving, and I was like, I don't know if there's a pit stop because Chris and Dylan are going at it, and I'm going to Dyke, are they going to make it? And it slowly got down, and we're like, oh, hang on, there's a pit stop in this, and yeah, but awesome result, man. Yeah, I've got no words. But yeah, how was your battle with Chris? Because up here, man, it was epic.
Yeah, no, fighting with Chris was awesome. I mean, he had so much pace, and you could definitely see the differences in our car setup. Like, I was so strong through some corners, and he was stronger in others. And I think I was just dependent on how he set the car up. So, like, I definitely looked like I had the turn in, so he could drive into the corners a lot harder. And through the slower stuff, he was able to get the drive out. So it made it a bit hard to set up a pass, and I was just kind of trying to fill his mirrors up as much as I can to get him to make small mistakes, because he just couldn't push as much on the entry. So with his car set up to come off the corner. So yeah, I just waited for him to make a little mistake on an entry, and then was able to kind of get up beside him. But even then, he didn't make it easy, and fair on him. But there was good racing room, and I think it was a good battle. Yeah, it was respectful and awesome. Really had a lot of fun doing it. Just wish I could have held on for that win again.
Yeah, 100%, man. And I think it all is man is just clutching a couple of times, eh? But Yeah, man, what an awesome race. Who would you like to thank as your sponsors and your family or whoever?
Yeah, no, still privateer spec, but no, shout out to Steph and all the boys at Crisscross. I mean, been racing all season with them, just helping them out, and they've been helping me out. It's just been like a good relationship with them. Congrats on Husey for winning the championship. I think, he's probably the most consistent and quickest guy this season. So, yeah, big shout out to him for taking the win. And, yeah, big shout out to you guys and Sim Racing World for putting on an awesome series. I can't wait for the next one.
100%, man. I don't think you could finish it up any better, to be honest. I think a podium's more than respectable, bro. You did amazing. Thanks a lot.
No, thanks, boys. I'll see you next time.
Too easy, mate. So we'll bring in... Who's next? Sam. I think... Sam, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, guys. That was awesome fun. So, yeah, good way to finish off the season for sure.
100%, mate. We were sitting in the box going, Sam's fuel saving a lot, and it slowly dropped down later on, and you were just building, and getting closer to the guys. And, mate, that was some fuel saving if I've ever seen it. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, as soon as the safety car came out, knew it was going to be a fuel saver from then on. I was hoping the safety car would do one more lap so that it wouldn't be too much of a fuel save. But yeah, so be it. And then I would have rather have been a little bit close to those top two guys just so I could have the draft, and it would have made the fuel save a little bit easier. But I ended up being the engine for the crisscross boys behind. So and I knew if I let one of them by, they'd all get by and I'd never get past them again. So yeah, it was just a matter of trying to fuel save as much as I could, just to make it to the end, and just coughed on the line. So yeah, worked out pretty well in the end.
Really? See, we were like, Sam's like the biggest fuel saver in the whole thing, and Stefan obviously was fuel saving massively too. But how was the battles out there, mate? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, absolutely. That was a really, really fun race. It's not too often that you get fuel savers that are exciting, but yeah, tonight was certainly that. Yeah, I think just not having the draft just made that fuel saving that little bit harder. But yeah, big congrats to Husey for winning the championship, and for Steph for getting the W tonight. The crisscross boys have been super fast all season, so yeah, can't wait for the next one, that's for sure.
I just want to make a comment, Sam. Well done on qualifying P2 for this race. It looked outstanding, and it was... Is that your best qualifying position for the season so far?
Yeah, I think it was. I was hoping to get the pole. I was able to put that lap down pretty early, but obviously just got hipped by Chris there towards the end. So yeah, feel like I'm getting quicker and quicker in the P Cup car, which is good. Still got a bit of a gap to make up to those crisscross boys in race pace, but yeah, hopefully can continue to bridge the gap for next year, and yeah, who knows, maybe even get on that top step of the podium. That'd be nice.
100%, man. I think you impressed us all. Like, I've seen you getting around the sim racing community, man, and I think you've just got faster and faster and faster, and I'm kind of going, wow, this dude's really getting quick. And just seeing your performance tonight, man, is just mega performance. Yeah, like just seeing some of your stuff, man, is good to see, and getting faster and faster, and well done on the quali.
Cheers, guys. It means a lot coming from yourselves with the amount of experience that you have. So yeah, thanks a lot.
Any sponsors, people, who makes it happen, mate?
Yeah, just a big thanks to the guys at TriStar Racing for having me, and to our sponsors. Here we got Toyo Sim, DX Racer, and Venture IP. So yeah, big thanks to those guys. Shout out to Race Control, as always, and to all the guys at the SRW crew. Yeah, it's been my first season with you guys, but definitely won't be my last. Super keen to come back and maybe even explore a couple of the other series as well. It's going to be mega fun, and big shout out to the broadcast team as well. Always fun watching these back the next day, and yeah, tuning into the commentary and learning a few tips from Jamie and the boys. It's great stuff. You guys do fantastic work. So.
Oh, we don't give you that many tips, mate. But yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. You could probably get more from diking than I can, but yeah, from watching your first race I've seen with you, man, yeah, you've got so much talent, man. So good to see you for the next season.
Beautiful. Can't wait, guys. Bring it on.
Go enjoy, mate. Well done.
Will do. Thanks, guys.
So now we've got Stefan. I hope I says his name right. Stefan, mate. Go for it, mate.
What was that? What was going through your head on that last lap, mate?
Really was just to get past Sam. We knew Sam didn't have enough because with Barb's following him, he could tell her where he was lifting, and he was really only lifting into one in the hairpin, which was not enough to get home. So I just needed to get past Sam as quick as I could, really, and then hunt down Dylan. So luckily I got past Sam in that sort of first sector and had 3/4 of a lap to hunt down Dylan, because I think if I had waited another corner, I wouldn't have got to Dylan.
No. Tell us about that last corner. You made a dive. You made it stick. I mean, well done on the win, man. Qualified P7. Probably not where you wanted to be, but you know,
Yeah.
no practice. You've done it again.
Yeah, normally it's yeah, we'll go into the last corner. It was, I just sort of had to Dylan defended to the inside, so I sort of had to just send it around the outside. Turns out I probably didn't need to do that anyway. He ran out of fuel on the exit, and that's why he had the issue in the grass and came across and yeeted Adam into the wall. But yeah, no, it was good fun. Turns out, yeah, if I don't qualify on pole, I win the race. So
I think I've figured it out, Dikey. With I think with old Stephanie, if he doesn't do practice, I think he's just another quick Kiwi, innit? Or just Kiwis in general. But yeah, if you are Kiwi, man. But yeah, 100%. But yeah. But hey, man, just from a comment from me before I pass it back to Dyke, man. But mate, honestly, I said before through the race, I said I reckon Stefan and Sam have got this. I reckon they're on the podium for sure. And lo and behold, you got Dylan here, like on replay now from the DSL Welding Service Action replay, and yeah, man, you just drove away with it. And what was thinking when you got across the line? Because I know I've screamed across the mic before when I've won a race.
yeah, well, it was really, there's not as much excitement as I probably hoped, because before this round even started, Adam had the championship in the bag, unfortunately, so I couldn't even try and hunt him down. It was really just damage limitation for me. I just needed to finish in the top 10 to prevent Christopher jumping me in points, which I was able to do. I'm always happy to win, happy for the team and the sponsors, but yeah, it wasn't as much excitement as I probably could have been. If I was in the championship hunt and seeing Adam getting taken out sort of at that last corner as well, I probably would have been a lot more what's happening, where are the points sort of thing, and going back and diving through. But hey, I'm still happy to win regardless.
100%, man. Talking about sponsors, who would you like to thank, mate? Your mum, your dad, sponsors?
Thank Jared Farrell. I can see he's put a couple of comments in the chat. He's organised all the Whitey's Pie sponsorship, and his team has made this awesome livery for me and Jake to do this season. And then to all the CXR sponsors, Paul Master, Palmerston Bakery, AE Boards, Shunts Imagery, Doom Design, who make all the other cars liveries, the Paul Master liveries. Yeah, couldn't do it without them, and good to be on board for another season at SRW.
Yeah, 100%, man. I was saying to Dikey he needs to put some teeth on his car, but that's a no apparently. So yeah, but nah, awesome work, man. Well done for the win, and yeah, well done, man.
Cheers, boys.
Take it easy, Stefan. Well done.
See you guys.
Yeah.
So thank you very, very much, guys. We'll pull up the results from tonight, and thank you very, very much. I'd like to thank everybody, not only everybody out there in Viewerland, but all our sponsors. Everybody out there in Viewerland, if you're out there and you want to get into racing, make sure you jump in. And if you're new to iRacing, we've got some really good guys on the crew that can help you as well with setups and all that sort of stuff as well. So don't feel like you're a fish out of water. That's one thing I really want to say. Really exciting for this whole round. This is our third season now of the Porsche GT3 Cups as well, and it just gets better and better every season. We see people like Benjamin Siren and even like Dean Sinkovich just massive improvements from these guys. But as we see, like with the racecraft of these guys, as we come through the season, has been amazing as well. So
one moment, Toddy. One
yo.
moment. We've got a series winner in the green room. Bring him down. Hughesy Hughes.
There you go.
How are we, mate?
And yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it was alright, mate. It was a decent race, mate. I think it was just an issue of tyre wear and fuel again. Obviously, safety car made it easier. And admittedly, I was pretty tight on fuel myself. I think I had about 1.3 litres of fuel if I was to cross the line, but obviously wasn't meant to be because Stefan and Dill had a bit of a coming together, and sort of I was on the tail end of it. So, but it's all good, mate. It is what it is. Stefan was able to get across P1, and I think I limped over in P4, I think. So that just that does enough for the championship, mate. So I'm pretty up to that.
Yeah, Dylan ended up, he was coughing through the chicane. So every time he got a burst of power, he got a burst of wheel spin.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so unfortunately his contact with you is he coughed into the first corner of the chicane and had contact with Stefan. And then on the exit curb, as you were coming around his outside, he coughed again and it spun it up and just, you know, you just both were doing somersaults.
Yeah. Well, I was doing all right for the first, probably the last half of the race, because as soon as the safety car sort of happened and it sort of done its job, and I started fuel saving, and I know probably towards the last 10 minutes of the race, crew chief come on and said, 10 minutes of race left, and you've got 11 minutes of fuel left on board. And I thought, oh shit, okay, I could sort of just play a bit dumb here and just, yeah, and yeah, well, I'm going to donate $5 to that too. But I thought I could run it straight through without having a pit. And obviously, Christopher and I was in Christopher Island, and Barb's had to go through to the pits and do a splash and dash. And I thought, maybe other guys might do the same. And like Stefan was onto it. He was pretty much onto it. And I think he said he had 0.3 of a litre over the line. And I sort of betted on those 3 or 4 guys sort of coming to the pits. But it was super tight, mate. If we'd had the safety car, we would have had a pit for sure.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, watching that train happening, we were kind of like, you know, Adam was dropping back, like yourself, sorry, and we were kind of like, oh, what's Greg going to do? Because we saw Stefan in the middle of your 2 cars, and we were like, are they going to make a move, or, you know, there's something going to happen, but you guys just kept it nice and clean, and, yeah, you kind of just did your own little thing at the back, man, and, yeah. But for the championship wise, man, but what was your best round, you reckon?
Probably my Peggy was probably my preferred round, I think, just because I genuinely had pace on everyone. Whereas sort of Okayama and here, I think Dylan and Christopher sort of had the pace. Actually, well, Christopher wasn't at Okayama, but Okayama and obviously here, Dylan definitely had the pace on me for sure. So I think, yeah, Motegi was probably my favourite. There's a few others I didn't mind, but yeah, that's probably my favourite round out of all of them. I'm just gutted that I bloody locked a front right going to the chicane, and I went from 3rd down to bloody 6th or 7th, so that was a bit frustrating. So I was a bit annoyed with myself about that, but I'll take 4th, mate. It steals me a championship number 3, so I'll definitely take it, mate, for sure.
So you're running number 1 on your car next season, mate?
I'll think about it, because last time I ran number 1, I got slapped around like an idiot. So I'll
It's always like that, mate. If you win a championship, you know, you kind of putting a bullseye on the back of your car.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I might just keep it discreet. I might keep it discreet.
Yeah. Just put a thing on the back of your car, punt at them. But yeah, no, man. But well done to your championship. I don't think you got any more questions, Dikey?
Not really. Winner of the DSL Welding GT3 Porsche Season 3 Championship. Husey, well done, man. Well deserved. Who'd you like to thank, mate?
Yeah, cheers, mate. Really appreciate it. Thank you for that. Yeah, also to thank obviously all the boys at SRW, Sinkovich Brothers for organising everything, and I know they bust their ear end to get everything organised for the series and rounds. Again to Toddy for doing his stuff behind the scenes. I know he stays quiet during the broadcast, no one can hear him, but he's all over it. So massive shout out to him. Yourself, Jamie, for jumping onto the comms this season, and obviously yourself, Connor, for jumping in literally last minute.
Good mate.
And
It's good
obviously,
fun.
obviously all the all the other competitors as well, and race control, and obviously Stefan and all the boys from Crisscross, Pool Master Bayside, Smoke Studios, Jennifer Russell Real Estate, AE Boards, and Pumps and Bakery. Sorry for the massive spill, guys.
No, you're good, bro. I'll tell you what, if Dikey and I had one, it'd be a longer list. Thanks, my mum. Thanks. But honestly, seriously, mate, for a championship for SRW, that's massive, man. I think good beer at the end of the day would be nice. But yeah, man, well done. I think that's about it, boys. Toddy, I think you can pretty much wrap it up from there.
Well done, Husey. You go enjoy, mate.
Sweet as. Sounds
Cheers.
epic to me, boys. That sounds epic to me. What a season. I'm sure you'd agree, and thank you very much, boys, for jumping in right here at the end here as well. And Jamie Dyke, I think you've done an amazing job. And Connor, I think you've just hit the ground running also, which has been absolutely epic to actually see. And I'm sure everybody out there in viewer land is definitely agrees with me. Absolute legends we've got in the comms box, and with SRW we're growing, right, boys? And that's what we're doing. You know, we're season 3, we're coming into season 4, and I think we're just building a really good series. Everyone really works hard together, and that's what makes us really strong, and that's why we're building a really awesome series. So anybody out there in iRacing world or that wants to jump in and have a run in our series, jump on to simracingworld.com.au and you can register for our iRacing series along the way. So that we've got plenty of different variants of plenty of different cars, from everything you prefer, from radicals to Porsches to trucks to dirt to V8 supercars. We've got everything you'd want to either view or be racing in. So please, guys, if you haven't hit that like, subscribe button or that notification bell, please do, so you can keep up to date with what we're coming up to date with, and especially with season 4. Registrations are open, and we are going to be having a week off after these ones, and we're going to be going into our season 4 after that. We have on Sunday we have our V8 supercar super show, which will be awesome. So look out for that one on Sunday night. Big shout out to DSL Welding Services for all your support, massive support for all our series, for all our race series. Our stream sponsor for all our streams also is Pagnian Advanced Simulations, or Pagnian Imports, as you also know them as. Also, big shout out to Warren and Brown, Melville Equipment, and also we have our new sponsors also along the way with Toyo Sim, and I'm not sure if I've missed everybody. I think I've gotten everybody. The only people that I've missed out is our illustrious race control department, our safety car and promo department. Big shout out to all your support and your unenviable role being in the safety car and having to be part of race control, as we see on replay right now. Having to work that out after a final, I do not envy your position. But wrapping it up from everyone here tonight, Mr. Jamie Dyke, and we got Connor Nixon, new to our crew tonight, but he's hit the ground running. Absolute awesome job from him. And signing out from myself, Mr. Chef Toddy, from the cameras out to the comms box, back out to the comms box. This has been absolutely amazing. And you should probably see me in a Porsche GT3 Cup actually racing next season. So please don't give me the commentator's curse, and please don't do all the rest of it. So much love and keep safe to all you legends out there. Love you heaps. See you soon.